you think we've got everything good to go? When does the game start? Because it looks like it's about to start, but... Okay, the event will start soon. Alright, cool. How does this look if I turn it down? Wrong button. Oh, is that the highest I can go? Yeah, that's probably better. It's less impactful in my eyes. Hey, Geelong fan, how you doing, man? So the game's about to start at Adelaide Oval between the Crows and Port Adelaide. Match simulation at Alberton Oval for Port. So just looking at a couple of recruits today. We'll see how both teams go. Don't really worry too much about the result if you're one of these fans. I'll be honest with you, my brother won't be watching this. He got to watch the Swans game, lucky bastard, and I can't even watch it. So, yeah. Yeah, not too bad, man. Pretty alright for a Friday. God, the resolution for these games is fucking dreadful. I mean, I know they're, like, not broadcast, like, perfectly by Foxtel or KO or whoever, but my God, surely someone can do... Surely they can get better technology and better cameras that can have a game that doesn't look like it's recorded on a fucking Nokia brick. You think Crows will win? Yeah, I'm really interested to see how both teams play here because, you know, both teams I think will be competing for finals this year. So I think it'll be definitely interesting. But like I said, I mean, we saw North Melbourne beat Collingwood. Like I don't expect that to be happening in the regular season. So you got to take a lot of this with a grain of salt. So teams starting to move into their position now. I've got the team names up here to try and get them pretty well correct. A couple of number changes for different teams this year. Players I'm looking out for, probably on the Crows side. I want to see Daniel Curtin, see how he goes first. He was a top recruit for Adelaide in the off-season. Interested to see how Matt Crouch goes. Luke Pedler as well. Bit of talk about Isaac Rankin playing potentially through the middle, so we'll see how he goes if he does play that. Port Adelaide, Connor Rozee, new captain. Josh Sin, I'll be interested to see Ivan Soldo and Jordan Sweet, how they're going to be playing in the ruck. Who else? Yeah, Brendan Zirk-Thatcher as well. We'll see how he goes, and Asal Radicali, how they play it down back. And also Mitch Georgiades coming back from a season-long injury. So we'll see how each of those players go. You want to see Isaac Rankin kick a bag. We'll see how he goes. So the newly redeveloped Alberton Oval. Got a screen up there as well. God, it looks fucking dreadful. But the game begins at Adelaide, at Alberton. Sorry, trying to get it right. Idiot. Umpire bounces it down, and so we begin. From the ruck contest, Dawson fighting hard, couldn't get it out. Butters did okay. Laird soccers it forward. Jones got pushed off it by Keys. He did pretty well there, Ben Keys. Picks it up. Runs to 45. Goes towards goal for an early quick start. Taking the mark in the goal square. It is Thilthorpe. Absolute floater coming in from Ben Keys, but Thilthorpe read it nicely. Interesting year for Riley Thilthorpe. Needs to lift his influence on games. A lot of talk about him potentially playing through the ruck a lot more for the Crows this year. Big year for him. Can he start this game off nicely? Doesn't put much on it, but he puts it through, and the Crows get the first goal. So a good start for Adelaide. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, fuck that up. Alright, hang on a minute. Gotta switch that over there. And then put... That's behind. Oh my God, what am I doing? And then what's the total? There. Okay, so put that up. Jesus. Good idea to maybe check this before I started, Dylan, but oh well. Oh God. Alright. There we go. How you doing, Brendan? Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, man. Not long now till the actual season begins. Crows get the first. So, pretty cool day in Adelaide. Looks like Ivan Soldo's taking the first ruck duties for Port Adelaide from the ruck contest. Umpire fucked it up. Pretty good idea. Umpires are in pre-season too, guys. Okay, God. Don't take it out on him. So from the ruck contest now, Soldo, little tap down. Fighting hard in the middle, got tackled well by O'Brien. Spilled out of trouble. Socket off the ground there by Houston. Trickles towards half forward. Trying to duck out of that play there was McEntee. Got the high free kick. Played on immediately. Kicks it inside the forward 50. In front well there was Keane. Takes the mark for the Crows. I assume you're going for Port. For my brother's sake, yeah, but I don't really care. It's only match simulation. Like, I may even stream the Swans game next week, and I don't want to stream it. I'm never going to stream the Swans actual game. Your commentary's better than the actual commentators right now. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I know it's a match simulation. It's not a big deal. But, I mean, they could put at least a little bit of effort into it. Not sound like they're bloody, like, about to get put into the electric chair and about to be killed. But I appreciate it. Anyway, back in the ruck, out of wing, Soldo. Pushed out O'Brien, and it looks like O'Brien will get the free kick. Plays on immediately. Low kick there from O'Brien, very nicely. Find Lockie Murphy, I believe. Again, I'm looking at 240p vision, so that could honestly be Taylor Walker. Nonetheless, goes long with the kick. Out wide, nice option. Here go the Crows now. Who is that player, bro? Anyway, go long and good mark from Thilthorpe. No, it's Fogarty. Dude. They've got to get better cameras than this. Even, like, state league games have better cameras and better footage than this. You like the posters? Like, cheers, man. I really appreciate it. The real Jeremy Cameron's in the chat, so I do appreciate that. No, I appreciate it, man. Put a lot of work into them. If you do want to buy one, use the code FOUNDERS and you'll get 15% off. So, tucked up right in the pocket, Darcy Fogarty kicks a brilliant goal. And the Crows have the first two. So, a good start from Adelaide. Darcy Fogarty, last year came onto the scene a lot more. Really blew up his career after really staggering his career earlier on. Does very nicely. Kicks a nice goal there. So, a good start for Adelaide. Did someone... I feel like this guy's lying. There's a guy saying that's wrong. I looked at it. No, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm just talking to myself, basically. Anyway, do you reckon Port will make the top four again? I doubt it very highly. Even my brother doesn't think, and he's a Port supporter. I think there's a lot of other teams pushing for that spot. I wouldn't actually be surprised if the Crows finish in front of Port this year, to be honest with you. So back in the middle now. O'Brien started well in the ruck. Butters taps it forward, only as far as Laird, gives it off to Dawson, and now the Crows can go. Worrell goes out wide towards the wing. Jones ran towards it, came off his boot, and trickles towards the boundary. Cats will make the top 8, make the 8 again. I think they can squeak into the 8. You think you don't believe the Crows can finish in front of the Power? I don't know. We'll see how we go. So Jones gets the free kick. Kicks it long. Good effort there from O'Brien to get back. He's done really good at that, getting into the hole for the Crows in his career. Got into the leadership group this year, Riley O'Brien. Goes long down that outer wing. Played a lot on that outer wing so far. Spoiled away there from Jones. Trickles towards half forward for the Power. Rochelle tackled well by Houston. Players appeal, but it goes... Things are bad to worse for Melbourne. Can't take a trick. Yeah, I don't know about Melbourne this year. I will be really interested to see how they go. Off-season shenanigans and stuff. Free kick will go to Riley O'Brien in the ruck against Soldo. Yeah, Soldo's not had a good start to this game. I'll give you that. O'Brien smashed him in the ruck so far. I do feel really bad for Jordan Sweet. He was going to come to Port Adelaide. He's going to be the number 1 ruck, and then basically 48 hours later they signed Soldo. I thought that was so mean. I was like, he finally gets his chance at first team football, Jordan Sweet, and then just gets overtaken by another ruckman. Anyway, back in the ruck now. Soldo taps it down, working hard. There was Wines. O'Brien locks up Soldo, and it'll be another stoppage. God, this footage is terrible. Anyway, sorry. I keep on saying that. So from the tap down, looks like Burgoyne got the ball forward. Reading it there was Palpepper couldn't gather it. Rioli did nicely. Over to Houston. High ball towards the top of the goal square. Horn Francis couldn't trap it. Free kick may have been given away here. It has. And Dan Curtin will get the free kick and get his first touch. It looks like Dan Curtin. No, it's Michaelani. Sorry. Do you feel bad for Gussie? Angus Brayshaw? I really do. It's really tough. You know, looking back at it, I mean, I know that people can say that Maynard's injury isn't the sole reason why he's retiring, and I get that. I think it's a little bit stupid to say that he is, but he should have, looking at it now, they've got to be serious about the concussion. If that sort of stuff, I know he was obviously going for the smother, and it's tough, and accidents do happen in the game, but that was a contributor to him, you know, being out, his career being cut short. I do think it's a bit shitty, though, to blame Maynard for the whole reason he retired. But, yeah. Rioli drills it forward. It trickles towards half forward and rolls out of bounds. So 7.5 minutes played in this first term. Crows have the only 2 goals of it. Played at Alberton Oval, a newly redeveloped Alberton Oval. That is Port Adelaide's home base for people who would be wondering or don't know. Back in the stoppage now. Dixon taking the forward stoppages. Both players holding on. It goes out towards half forward. Kick long from a Port Adelaide player. I don't know who it is because, like I said, I think I got better connection when I was back in 2004. So that was pretty fucking dreadful. But nonetheless, it was Palpepper. And that's the first score for Port Adelaide, a behind. God. Where's the score? Hopefully I didn't fuck this up again, did I? Okay, no. Okay, so I did get this right. So, will be a ball up here, just forward side of the wing here for Port Adelaide on the other side. If it was another team, that player would miss the rest of the final series because it's Collingwood. They get protected by Michael Christian. I honestly wouldn't. I don't want to say no, but I mean it did feel a bit that way, didn't it? By a lot of people. It's not Maynard's fault. Yeah, I agree with that. He did have a long history of concussions. But at the end of the day, the AFL now, especially, this is really the first time we've seen like a player get injured and then retire the next, like, I don't think we've ever had a player get hit like from a concussion and then like ultimately retiring pretty much. It's not straight after it, but obviously like he hasn't played a game since. And I don't think that's happened very often. I mean, usually it happens like a couple of times after, and then, yeah. I mean, obviously, like, Paddy McCartan. So that was a stupid thing for me to say. Obviously, that does happen. But, yeah, it's another one that happened, and it's, 2 players now, really. Like, we had Paddy McCartan retire and Angus Brayshaw in the same, from injuries in the same year. I think it's definitely, out of context, but Swift had 90k. Bro, she got more crowd. Yeah, that's amazing from her. Good on her, I guess. Like some of her music. Not going to call myself the Swiftie, though. Anyway, back to the game at hand. Farrell on the wing has the football. Ran out of trouble. Handled back towards Aaliyah. Missed him. In fact, it's Radicaleer, sorry. The numbers in... Oh, I can't see shit, bro. Anyway, out of bounds on the outer wing. I don't know why. It looks like the boundary lines, like, the painted lines on the ground. They're, like, brought in, like, 10 metres on the wings. I don't know why. Anyway. How you doing, AFL Derby? What are you up to? From a tap down, working hard, Rochelle. Found a little handball towards Laird, and now towards Dawson, now on the wing. Goes long with the kick. Phil Thorpe went up. He's looked good early. Couldn't take that one, and it runs out of bounds. Phil Thorpe's looked very dangerous early. He already kicked the goal as well. So 10 minutes gone in this first term. I think... My understanding is there's 4 quarters of this like game, and then there'll be 2 after of like I think reserve players, I believe. From the stoppage, Rosie gets out. Looks like the umpire's called for a free kick. Will go to Lockie Scholl. Yeah, not doing too bad, man. So the Crows have started off very well. Scholl goes in short. He finds Rochelle. He's looking long towards the top of the goal square. Spoiled away there from the Port defender. Free kick's been ripped out again. It will be going to the Crows. Looks like Riley Thilthorpe will be getting it. So Aaliyah has given away the free kick. Phil Thorpe will get it. Looks like he's really bulked up over the off-season, which a lot of Crows fans would be excited about. So not the best start here from Port Adelaide. So Phil Thorpe, barely a bit of an angle here. Should kick the goal, stabbed at it a little. Yeah, didn't kick through that one there, Phil Thorpe. Should have kicked that. Hooked it, and it's through for a point. Not a very good kick at all, I'm going to be honest. That's just a dreadful kick from Phil Thorpe, Christ. So now Farrell out from the defensive goal square, goes long. Should have marked that one there, Zerk Thatcher. Could have had his first touch. Stoppage called in the middle of the ground. I believe that was Zerk Thatcher. Maybe it was Jordan Sweet. Christ. Sorry if I get the names wrong, guys. I mean, part of it will be probably younger players playing, but also I can't see half their numbers and half of what they look like. So if I get it wrong, I am sorry. I do apologise. Crouch got his hands free, did okay. Looks like he got his free kick for his troubles. He does. He plays on now. Loping left foot kick towards the forward 50. On the bounce, Walker. Handballed nicely. Gives it off to Scholl. Kicks towards goal. Just wide. Through for a point. Looks like that ball was going into the forward line there from Matt Crouch. Really held up in the wind. So it looks like Port Adelaide actually have the breeze in the first term. Actually, no, the commentator just said the breeze has got pushing across the ground. From the kick in, I don't know about that. That kick from went about 70 metres then. Does well there, Ollie Wines. Worried O'Brien out of it. Back to Darcy Burn-Jones. Trickles the ball forward. Kicks it towards the boundary line. And it will be a stoppage about 80 out from Port's goal. How you doing, Osho? Actually, I'm pretty sure... Sorry, it's been a while since I streamed. But I'm pretty sure I remember you from the streams last year. How you doing, man? Sweet from the tap down, did nicely. Rosie and Butters working hard. Got it at the back. Winds to Farrell. And now Dylan Williams goes long with the kick. High ball, spoiled away there nicely there from the Crows defender. And now they can get it away towards the wing on the bounce. Walker working hard with Radicalea. And it just runs out of bounds. Yeah, I do remember you, Osho. I wasn't able to stream the grand final last year. I wish I did, but I was out. I was at a family trip, and that was a lot more important. But yeah, it was a good win from Collingwood. Go Blues! Interesting year. My brother thinks that Carlton can go a long way. I think I don't know about his ladder predictions though. There's a YouTube short on if you want to see our ladder predictions anyway. If people are wondering, there is a video as well if you want to hear about explanations. But if you only want to watch like 30 seconds, there's shorts on there. So currently at the moment, Crows kick the only 2 goals of the game. Taps it down there. Was sweet. Looks like a free kick will be going to the Crows again. Jesus Christ, they've been favoured early with the umpires. Not saying anything about that, but nonetheless, I guess I just said say something about it. But anyway, another free kick will go to the Crows. Free kick's been given away, I believe. Is that Lockie Jones? I think it was. So it's going to go to Rankin. Rankin goes in short, finds Dawson. Dawson goes in short. Nice little chip kick. And he finds Taylor Walker. Swans will be strong this year. I hope so. A couple of good recruits in the off-season. Wasn't able to watch the game on, what was it? Wait, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I wasn't able to watch it. I was at work, obviously, but my brother watched it. He was on a break, and he said we played really well. So that's good to see. Brody Grundy had a good game. I think he's a massive recruit for Sydney. So Walker now kicks towards goal from about 50. Will hold up in the breeze. Read it well, Aaliyah. Was really the only one who went up for it, took the mark. No, it's Radicalea. Christ, dude. They've got to get better vision than this. This is fucking dreadful. I know it's only a match simulation and they don't have to... This isn't going to like a regular season game, but Christ. Don't televise it if it's going to be this... It's almost like not worth televising if it's this bad, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, I'm happy to watch it, but Christ. Anyway. Farrell at halfback. Kicks a long ball towards the middle of the ground. Sweet. Just tries to thump it forward. Butters got hit hard by Hinge. Working well, there was Pedler. Just couldn't get rid of it cleanly. Now Dawson jams it on the boot inside the forward 50. Walker in front. In fact, it's Leah who gets there first. Gets ridden upon by the Crows forward, and it's just outside the forward 50. Umpire calls for it. How do you think the Blues will go? I think they'll have a good year. I think they can make top 4. And then who knows from there. Butters does nicely. Breaks past another. Did well with the handball. Gives it off to Mead. Now Darcy Byrne-Jones kick down the wing. Good kick in the end. Finds Horne-Francis. Big year for Jason Horne-Francis. Big first year as a recruit from North Melbourne. Kicks it inside the forward 50. Dixon coming across. And does well there. I think it's Mitch Hinge to cut off that mark. So 17 minutes played. Port Adelaide still yet to score a major. Hinge kicks it long down this down the grandstand wing. Phil Thorpe does well to worry Bergman out of it, and it runs out of bounds. Got to go. All good, Geelong fan. Have a good dinner. So Riley O'Brien, taking a lot of the ruck work for the Crows. Pretty understandable. Jordan Sweet taking a bit of the ruck now. Soldo did start as the ruckman for Port Adelaide. So from the stoppage, O'Brien read it well and kept on running. Got a good handball from Crouch. O'Brien goes towards half forward, and Lear puts his fist straight through the ball. Thumps it out of bounds. So at this stage, looks like Port Adelaide's tall defenders they're running with is Brendan Zerk-Thatcher, Lear, and Radicalier so far. So it looks like Lear is still playing. Looks like he's not playing the intercept role, which I believed he was going to play this year. I thought Zerk-Thatcher and Radicalier would be those mainstay defenders, but nonetheless. From the stoppage now, running onto it nicely, there was Boak. Trying to get out the handball. Got it cut off nicely from Crouch. Out the back to Scholl. Even further back to Keane. Has to read it off the bounce. Got met well there from defensive pressure from Port Adelaide. Keane got a massive hit from Pal Pepper. May only be a match simulation, but with two of these rivals going up against each other, the hits will still be pretty hard. Towards the wing now, Walker runs a fine arc, kicks the ball into the middle of the ground. Murphy tried to pick it up with the one hand, went in hard low, and he got a free kick paid against him for under the knees. Bit tough there. I think he got the ball first, but anyway, free kick go to Dan Houston in the middle of the ground. Michael Keane, I believe, is on the ground, still gasping for air. Got a big hit from Pal Pepper. Meanwhile, back on the game, Bergman thumps the ball long up. Goes, I believe that was... I can't see who that was. Anyway, Hinge goes down the wing here now for the Crows. Runs away from his teammate. And now Burton has a handball option inside. That's Houston. He works it out wide and out to Bergman. That 2 good kicks away from goal. Bergman looking inbounds right now. Keane's getting taken off the ground. Looks severely winded. Dixon takes a great mark. 1-on-1 with Lockie Scholl. Bit of a mismatch, but he got the hands up and Dixon takes it. Last few years, Charlie Dixon, he's found it really hard to have a pre-season game, to be honest. He really's been known for coming in middle of the year for the Power. But finally, if he can get through these 2 games before the regular season starts, he'll be in the round 1 side for the Power. So Dixon comes in, about 30-35 metres out, pretty much straight in front, kicks towards goal, umpire does not move, and Port Adelaide have their first goal. Good finish from Charlie Dixon. So a good goal there from Charlie Dixon. 1-on-1 with Lockie Scholl. Oh, my shoulder. Fuck. So after the Crows had the better start, Power get their first goal 21 minutes into this first term. So I believe at the moment as well, the quarters will be going for 28 minutes. And I think, yeah, they're playing 4 quarters, and I think they're going to have like 2 periods of like reserves game, I believe. So from the stoppage now, Crouch trying to get the handball at the back towards Laird. Got tackled without it, so he'll get the free kick. Rory led in the middle of the ground. Doesn't have a lot of options, led, so he's just going to kick a high ball towards half forward. Gets caught up in the wind. Who will read it? Soldo thumps it away. Rochelle looking for the free kick, didn't get it. Shoal got tackled well by McEntee. Dropped that. Free kick wasn't paid, led. Converges on Horn Francis, and it'll be a ball up. So Soldo tried to tap it down towards Rosie, who was coming through. Couldn't gather it. Wines got the handball out towards Horn Francis. Couldn't gather it, but he'll get the free kick for a high one. Horn Francis gave away to Lamball. Shocking handball to Houston. Still ironing out the cobwebs a little bit. Now Farrell's got it. Kicks a high ball towards half forward. Up when Rioli didn't go up hard enough. Burn-Jones couldn't get away the handball. Hinge cut it off. Now Michaelani gets off the handball, but it was a dangerous one. Smith fighting hard there with Burn-Jones. Drags him down. Umpire calls for it. About 25 out from Port Adelaide's goal. Umpire throws it up. Thumped away there. Philthorpe having a little bit of a ruck. Go on the ruck now. Kick out the defensive 50 from the Crows. Aaliyah gathered it. Did well to get the hands free. Houston got met hard by Pedlar. And now the Crows can cause the turnover. Rochelle did well. Now Pedlar socketed it off the ground to his own advantage. Handball to Walker was a bit tough. Did well to gather it over the top to McHenry. Did well there, Dylan Williams, just to worry him out of it. Kicks it towards half forward. 1-on-2. Here is Rosie. Michaelani will get the free kick. Came onto the scene last year for the Crows. Was brilliant in defence, playing as that small defender. And he started well in this game. So now Michaelani takes a few steps and goes long with the kick. Thumped away there from Pedlar. Working hard. Boak did well. Laird tried to back out of it. Boak holds him up and it'll be a ball up. So about 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Little tap down there from Phil Thorpe. Couldn't gather it. Rankin did well. Couldn't gather it there, I think. It's Chase Jones. He is. Can't get rid of it. Umpire circles, and he pins him holding the ball. So Mead will get the free kick here on the wing. So Port Adelaide worked themselves into this game so far. Looks like he's really bulked up, Jackson Mead, in the off-season. Big year for him. Been on the fringes of the Port team for a while now. Kicks it inside the forward 50. Ballless. Couldn't bring it down. Lucky, probably was a bit unlucky not to get the free. Boak gives it out to Wines. Wines goes in short. Good mark. McEntee takes the mark. Right on his hammer with Smith. Stood up tall and a good mark. So McEntee did well last year. Held his spot in the lineup all the way into the final series. Port Adelaide obviously going out in straight sets. They want to respond after a pretty poor end to 2023. So Jed McEntee. Chance here to kick Port Adelaide to within 1 point. Comes in, kicks towards goal. Pretty nice looking kick, and McEntee's on the board. So a good finish there from Jed McEntee. Port have 2. So after a hot start from the Crows, Port Adelaide got the last 2. Just trying to see, yeah, obviously I can't get like the actual statistics up. I think the only way I could really do it is go on Twitter, because X, formerly known as Twitter. Christ, where the hell is it? Because I don't think I'll get anything up on, like, AFL aren't reporting the statistics, which is so weird. It's like, bro, just show this, surely someone could take the stats for each game. Jesus. Anyway. Back in the ruck now. Soldo's back in the ruck here for Port Adelaide. He won it down. Horn Francis fighting hard. Soldo went down hard and got to the free kick for his troubles. Given away by Rankin. So now Soldo. Wheels on his right foot and goes long with the kick. Dixon in front, looking for the free kick, and I think he's got it. No, it's not Dixon. Who is it? Looks like it's going to go to Connor Rosie. So Rosie playing a little bit up forward. I don't think that's going to be much of a in-season thing. I think that's just probably trying to ease him into this match sim. But Connor Rosie gets the free kick about 15, 20 out, straight in front. A chance here for the first time to get Port Adelaide the lead. Rosie comes in, kicks the goal, and for the first time today, Port Adelaide are in front. Good finish from Connor Rosie. A little bit of push and shove. Like I said, it may only be a match sim, but when a showdown does come along, there'll always be a little bit of niggle in it. So we're back in the ruck now. Soldo wins it down. He's definitely built into this first quarter. Butter's got a brilliant tackle taken from him. I think that was, it was Jordan Dawson, I believe, who laid that tackle. Very nice. Looking good, Nick. Jordan Dawson. I think the Crows need to thank the Swans for that. Anyway, from the ruck contest, free kick will go to the Crows. Advantage was paid, and the siren blows. So at quarter time, Port Adelaide take a 5-point lead. So 3-1-19 to the Power. Lead by 5 points over the Crows, 2-2-14. So good start from the Crows. Port Adelaide to kick the next 3 goals. I'll try and find something that brings up statistics for you guys. So Mark Keane, Mark Keane did get taken off with a heavy knock from whatever his name is. Trying to find something that relates to this game. Don't know if there'll be much though. It's not really a lot. Can that guy ever fucking respond and tell me what the hell he thinks? See if I can... What is it? Oh, there we go. Fooled them all. Is that really what it is? I need to listen to it again. Oh, no, it is. Is it she? Right. Okay. Oh, shit. How you doing, Total Robloxian? How you doing, man? Yeah, Crows. Good start from Port. A good start from them. Port Adelaide caught back well though. What are you up to today, man? You watching the game? Sorry, I'm just doing something quickly. Where is it? Here you fucking wanker. What is it? L-E-E-L. L-E-E. There it is. Alright, so we're back into the second quarter now, guys. So Port Adelaide get the first clearance towards half forward now. It's Horn Francis. Tries to break away from Hamill. Did well. Gives it out the back towards Rioli. Snaps around towards the forward pocket. Palpepper did well to bring it to ground. But it's all the Crows now. Shoal in short finds Murphy. Gives off the handball immediately. Did well, actually. Hamill goes down the wing. Thilthorpe just overran it a little. Now Lear did well to break away from one. Walker, good tackle. Lear just got rid of it. Did well in the end. Houston to Wines. Tries to give away the handball. Now Sweet tries to break away from the tackle. Don't know about that option. And he's lucky to get away with that, to be honest. Dawson did well with the tackle. Mark Keane will play no further part. Oh, did he get... Was that a concussion? Oh, okay. Appreciate the reporting there, Robloxian. Appreciate that. Got our own little reporter there in the chat. Mead tried to give away the handball. Dawson cut it off. Now to Crouch. Inside the forward 50 towards Thilthorpe. 1-2. Couldn't bring it down. On the ground, though. Did okay. Fumbled it a little. Mead did want to get out the handball. Wines ran one way, then the other. Handballs it quickly to Palpepper. Now Butters through the middle of the power go. Trying to surgically run through the Crows' defensive structure here. Now Burgoyne floating kick towards Horn Francis. Overread him. Now coming through hard was Michael Annie. Got met hard. Horn Francis, good tackle there on Crouch. Umpire circles and eventually calls for it. Christ. So now Jordan Dawson has the football. Oh shit, got to change this. Where is it? So long kick now. The Crows inside their forward 50. Thilthorpe's been everywhere so far. Really good to see on a Crows perspective. Be a ball up here just inside forward 50 of the Crows. Walker taking the ruck roll here against Jordan Sweet. Spills out towards Zerk Thatcher. Did well to gather it. Jones straight off to Boak. Got one more year on his contract this year for a kick. Looks like... Oh, no, it's play on. Rioli tries to give it off to Palpepper. Fighting hard with Michael Annie. Palpepper just sockers it forward towards Finlayson. Broke away from Curtin. Did well, Rioli. Ducks out of trouble. Over the top to Boak. One more handball on there, free. Dixon. Small little kick. A chance here. Snapped on goal. Looks like Burn Jones. It's a goal nonetheless. It is Burne-Jones. Good goal there from Port Adelaide. They've got 4 straight now, the Power. Either side of each term so far. Good work there from Port Adelaide. After a really tough start, they've broken away into 11-point lead. So back in the middle now. Umpire fucked. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry. So back in the middle now. Sweet's up against O'Brien. Little tap down. Think that was won by Sweet. O'Brien fighting hard. Wines tackles well, and the ball umpire calls for it once again. So back in the ruck once again. O'Brien taps it out the back towards Crash. Try to get the clearance. Good smother though. Mead fighting hard. He's had a good game so far. Led off the ground towards half forward. Keys trying to fight to get there first. Did well there. I think it was Boak. He's had a pretty good game so far as well. Radical Air drags down Jones. Just got the handball away. Crouch now led. High ball towards the forward 50. Thilthorpe in front. Couldn't bring it down. Murphy quick hands did well. Keys little tap on. That was smart. Kicked towards the top of the goal square here. Rankin may just go himself. Good finish from Isaac Rankin. Big goal from Isaac Rankin. Acts like it's just another day in the office. First goal of the second term for the Crows. I swear he was trying to centre that, but the wind just pushed it towards the goal face and it went through. It did not look like he was going for goal there. I don't know if that's just me. Terrible camera work by the cameraman, by the way. Fucking hell. I don't know if any of you watch the cricket, but it's been pretty fucking woeful. I'll give you that much. So we're back in the middle once again. Jordan Sweet taking a little bit more of the ruck role in the second term. Umpire now hits it down. Oh, Sweet. Sweet just gave like a fresh knee to bloody... Oh, he got the free kick! How is that fair? Jordan Sweet just fucking put a knee into O'Brien's stomach and then he got the free kick for it. That's hilarious. Anyway, back to the footy. Burne-Jones snaps on goal. He's got 2 in the second term. I can't believe that was a free kick to fucking Jordan Sweet. He didn't... Oh, he just kneed O'Brien square in the stomach. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway. Goal to Port Adelaide. That is so fucking funny, dude. I can't believe that was not paid. General. So it looks like Solo takes the ruck roll now after just putting a knee into bloody O'Brien's stomach. I can't believe he did that. That was so funny. Anyway, and then got a free kick for his troubles. Back in the ruck now. Soldo probably won that one down. Rosie. He got another free kick in Soldo. That one I think may have been there, but even then, half the ruck decisions are probably just absolutely atrocious. Gave away a handball to Farrell. Bit of an odd decision. Soldo just jams it on the boot. Didn't really have much plan to it, and it's cut off well there by Brodie Smith. Veteran of the back line, Brodie Smith, kicks the ball towards the middle of the ground. Terrible kick. All Dylan Williams takes the mark. So just inside the centre square here is Williams. Nice haircut. Can't say much different about it. Very slick, in my opinion. Over to Aaliyah. Speaking of a slick haircut, love his too. Aaliyah now wants to go high and long. Caught in the breeze a little bit. Baller sits under it, takes a good mark. Interesting James Borlas. Played a few games at the end of last year for the Crows. Then was potentially going to be delisted. Got re-signed by the club. And he's playing pretty well so far. So now the Crows on the wing now. Goes long to a one-on-one here. Taylor Walker. Why the fuck is the connection of this game so woeful right now? Is it just me or is it everyone else? Thilthorpe slapped it forward. Playing in slow motion. Here is this footage. Farrell gets taken out of bounds. Holy shit. This looks fucking dreadful right now. What the hell? Holy shit. This is fucking dreadful, I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to see if it's mine, but I don't think it is. I'm trying to just... I don't think it's me. I don't know. Can someone like let me know if it's them as well, or it's just a connection to the game? I don't know. Anyway, it's a behind to the Crows. Oops. Alright. No, it's still playing really poorly. Fucking hell, dude. So Luke Pedlar has the mark inside the forward 50. This is dreadful, bro. Fucking hell. I haven't watched a lot of these games yet because I've been at work for most of them. But far out. Has this been like how it's been going for every game? Because if it has, this is dreadful. So Luke Pedlar has the ball inside the forward 50. So Luke Pedlar from 45 metres out, kicks towards goal and has missed. So a couple of misses here from the Crows. Middle of the second term, Port Adelaide lead it by 9 points. So a long kick outside the 50 here. Crows look like they're going to get it back though. Pedlar working hard, Butters gliding in the air did nicely. Working into the middle of the ground. That gets dragged down. Pushed in the back there by Rankin. And Butters will get the ball back. No, it looks like it will go to Rosé. So a free kick just sort of like a advantage, whatever. Gives it off to Butters. Now Butters just a little kick on the boot. Try to get it boot to ball. Burn Jones just weirdly handballed it forward. Got cut off. Now Farrell did well to break out of the tackle. Handballs out the back towards Bergman. Bergman low kick inside the forward 50 was brilliant. Found Pal Pepper on the lead. Good work there from Port Adelaide. And a chance here to get another one. Get themselves to a game-high 15-point lead. So a chance here for Pal Pepper. Doesn't make the distance. Burn Jones, good tackle. Just outside the goal square. Umpire calls for it. Pal Pepper gliding through nicely. Dribbles it towards goal. Nice finish. Sam Pal Pepper kicks the goal. Port Adelaide, game high lead. Great work there from Sam Pal Pepper. Was brilliant last year for the Power. Starting well so far. Huh? Oh. So Port Adelaide get their goal. So back in the ruck, Solido taking the ruck off for Port Adelaide. He just pushes Brian in the chest. Gets the clearance, not too far though. Rosie coming through, nice handball to Horn Francis, who gathered it nicely. Low kick to half forward, Rioli. Been a little bit out of it so far. Gathered that one well. Kicks it inside the forward 50. That's a brilliant kick. And finds McEntee. Rioli's been pretty quiet so far. He's looked a bit off, but that was a brilliant kick. Bit of a tough year for Willie Rioli last year. Didn't have the best season. Had a pretty good start to it, but then just kind of faded off. So a chance here for McEntee. Tough angle, about 30 metres out. Kicks towards goal. The wind catches it quite a lot. Drags it across the face. Doesn't make the distance either. And it'll be out of bounds on the outer forward pocket here for the Port Adelaide. So umpire throws it in again. O'Brien taps it down, coming through hard there. I think it was Michael Annie. Tackled well there by Zerk Thatcher. Snap towards goal. Cross the face and through for a point. Port Adelaide, 16-point leaders. So here go the Crows now. Scholl dribbles one down the wing. Walker couldn't get down to it. Berry did okay. Tumbling ball towards half forward. Who will get there first? Rochelle does. Taps it over the top. Does nicely. Pedler just gathers it. Dribbles it towards goal. It's bouncing towards the goal face, but tapped through for a behind. Zerk Thatcher got there first. So a 15-point lead to Port Adelaide. Burton from the kick-in. Goes in short. Nice little option. Finds Rosie, new captain. Goes back to Burton at half-back. Crowd slowly built up at the Alberton Oval. A lot of Port fans as expected. So now Burton kicks it down the wing. Pack of players form. Does well there. Dixon to bring it to ground. Powell-Pepper drags down his opponent. Tough tackle. Ball up. It was Sam Perry who got that treatment. So umpire throws it up once again. Soldo, a little tap down towards Houston. Berry working hard. Houston got tackled well there by Dawson. And another stoppage, just creeping a little bit closer to the Crows' goal. About 60 out from it. Umpire throws it up again. O'Brien wins it down. Boak gets the clearance towards the middle of the ground. Fighting hard there from the spoilers, Powell-Pepper, who gathers it right in the centre circle of the Alberton Oval. Kicks it towards half forward. Mead fighting hard. Gets there first. Burgoyne, great little handball. On the bounce now is McEntee. Kicks towards goal. Hooks it a little bit. Rioli keeps it in bounds for the moment. Does a little dance step. 1-2. Stepped around Hinge. Good play there from mid-Hinge. Should get the... Oh, he's just got a bit unlucky there, Hinge. Just caught Rioli high. And he'll get a free kick in the forward pocket. Rioli has a little bit of a laugh about it. He knew he stuffed that one up. Tried to get the dazzling moves there on Mitch Hinge, and he just caught him a bit high. So now Rioli snaps on goal, nails it, and Port Adelaide go out to a 21-point lead. Good work there from Willie Rioli. He's had a couple of good moments in this second quarter. So we're back in the middle once again. Port Adelaide have kicked 7 of the last 8 goals after the Crows got the first 2 of the game. Umpire bounces down. Looks like Rankin's taking a little bit of time in the middle of the ground now. Sweet wins it down. Working hard. There was Laird. Couldn't bring it with him. Good tackle there from Horn Francis on Phil Thorpe. It'll be a ball up. So Phil Thorpe taking a little bit of a run in the ruck now. Sweet wins it down towards Horn Francis, trying to break out of there. Oh, a little bit of a wing tackle there from Matt Crouch. Umpire calls for it though. Ball it up now. Sweet out the back. Good little tap towards Houston. And now Horn Francis breaks away. Kicking towards half forward. In front was Lloyd. Couldn't bring it with him. Burgoyne got beaten well. But then tagged down there was Hamill on McEntee. And Port Adelaide will get a free kick, I believe. No, umpire calls for it. It's 18 minutes played in this second term. Port Adelaide lead by 21 points. Sweet wins it down towards Berry, though. Good tackle there on from McEntee. In fact, it was maybe a little bit high. No, free kick will go Port Adelaide's way. It's gone to Jason Horn Francis, a little bit off the play. So he's about 60 out from goal. Too far out to score with the wind in this game. Kicks it towards the forward pocket. Lord in front, couldn't bring it with him. Laird gets dragged down from 2-3 Port players. Just got it away towards Worrell and it runs out of bounds. So chance here in Port Adelaide's forward 50. Couldn't gather it there, either player. Now dragged down, I believe it's Ben Keys, and it'll be a stoppage. No, it's Phil Thorpe, in fact. He's probably one of the best players for the Crows so far. Been everywhere so far in this game. Dixon in the ruck, little tap towards himself, couldn't gather it. Laird tried to get the clearance. Crouch gathered it well. Now Rankin just jams it on the boot. High ball towards the centre of the ground. Aaliyah going back, couldn't bring it with him. It bounces past everyone, and now Fogarty at the back. Tries to break out of a tackle, did well. Gives off the handball. Crows get inside their forward 50. Who will get there first? It looks like the Port Adelaide player will. Oh, awkward decision there. I think it was from Jordan Sweet to tap it away towards a teammate. Should have taken it with him. And the Crows make the power pay. Ned McHenry with the goal. Jordan Sweet, don't know about that option. Tried to tap it towards a teammate, but it was way too dangerous. Guess you get all these little moments out in match sim, but that was not a good option at all. He was the first player back there, Jordan Sweet. Tried to tap it towards Jones. Got worried out of it by Dawson and McHenry. Easy as you like goal. So a big goal there for the Crows, working towards half-time. Only their second goal since early in this one, since halfway through the first quarter. So now back in the middle of the ground, Sweet. Neither ruckman could get towards it. Horn Francis, a little tap on towards Mead. He did well. Horn Francis now, Butters always finds a way out of trouble. Did brilliantly, Zach Butters. Over to Horn Francis, over the top now, towards Burgoyne. He has a couple of options. Absolute floater inside the forward 50. Somehow works to Rosie. Somehow still has the football. Didn't get dragged down. Snaps towards goal. Couldn't get it online. It's through for a point. Somehow both Butters and Rosie just could not be tackled. And pretty unlucky there not to get a goal from it. So now Phil Thorpe at half-back. Just goes long with the kick down the wing. Pretty good option. Thumped away there from Brendan Zerk-Thatcher. Dawson tries to kick the kick forward. Jordan Sweet couldn't read it. Just kept it in front of him though. Butters gets the 1-2 from Aaliyah. Little kick over the top towards Horn Francis, who takes the mark. So he takes a deep breath now, Jason Horn Francis. Taking a few breaths. Probably hasn't seen a lot of slow play so far in this game. Out wide now to Farrell. Doesn't have a lot of options, Kane Farrell, so eventually now the umpire tells him to move it along. Kicks in towards the middle of the ground. Up went Dixon, couldn't bring it with him. In fact, it was Ollie Wines who's fed it forward now towards Rosie, who gets a free kick for his troubles. Rioli takes the advantage. Don't know about that decision from the umpire, but nonetheless, they move it forward now. Mead. Pretty good game so far, Jackson Mead. Big year for him. Has it about 60 out from goal. Looking for a good option. Goes low inside the forward 50. Not the best kick. And cut off well there by Borlas. So about 5 minutes to go in this second term. Port Adelaide led it by 16 points. Once led it by 22, which is a match high. Crows got the last goal. Borlas goes long down the wing. Good mark from Fogarty. Been a bit quiet today, Darcy Fogarty. He's kicked the one goal early. He now decides to go long with the kick. High ball towards... it's Phil Thorpe. Couldn't bring it down. Murphy. No, it's McHenry. Tries to get it back to Phil Thorpe. Wasn't on the same wavelength and it goes out of bounds. So back in the ruck, neither ruckman could get to that play. Did well there, Berry, and now they get inside their forward 50 through Murphy. Working hard there was Phil Thorpe, couldn't bring it down. Thump forward towards Pedler. Did well, just let the C's pass him there, Rochelle. Rankin dragged down. He's going to get a free kick. I think it was socketed through for a goal. Umpire called play on. Rochelle gets the goal for the Crows, and they've got the last two. So a good end of this first half here from the Adelaide Crows. Yeah, Williams just held on to Rankin a little bit too long, which was going to be the free kick, but then Rochelle just socketed it off the ground, and he gets himself his first goal. So we're back in the middle once again. About 3 minutes to go in this first half. Umpire bounces it down. Not the best bounce again. They've been pretty poor today. Solo wins it down towards Wines and Keys. Keys gets there first. He just taps it along towards Crouch. Now Hinge. Almost got that ball smothered. Kick towards half forward. Looked pretty nice. Good spoil there from Zirk Thatcher. Butters off to Houston, who now goes high and long towards the wing now. One-on-one there is Finlayson. Worried about the body more than the ball. Curtin. Hasn't seen a lot of it so far, Dan Curtin. Gives it off to O'Brien. Dangerous handball, and now the power cut it off. Dixon running towards the forward 50. Hooks it back towards the top of the goal square. Great mark from Brodie Smith. Going back with the flight. Great mark from the veteran. He goes in short. Finds Hinge, who had a brilliant year last year. Goes towards the wing again. Aaliyah couldn't take it. Rochelle handballs it towards Pedler. Look for the high one. Umpire does give it. Looks like the out of control umpire gave that one. So Pedler has the free kick on the wing. Maybe a chance here for a late one in for the Crows. So Luke Pedler, long ball inside the forward 50. He just kept on going. The wind took control of that one. Goes inside the forward 50. Walker wraps up Farrell and it'll be a stoppage. That ball just caught some breeze right behind it. Hit like a speed mat in fucking Mario Kart. Anyway, back to the stoppage at play. Power get the clearance, but it's still inside the Crows' attackive area. Working hard there was Wines. Did want to get off the handball. Now Mead looking for a handball option, but it looks like Dixon will get the free kick. So now Dixon working up the ground, goes in short to Butters, who's really working well into this game now. Been one of Port's best so far. Works it inside to Jones. Lockie Jones doesn't have a lot of options to go to here. He may just have to go short, which he does in the end. Goes to Burton, and now Burton over to Bogue. So it looks like they're just winding things down in this first half now, Port Adelaide. They'll be happy to go in with a 10-point lead. He goes in short to Mead. Been one of Port's best as well. Jackson Mead had a good game so far. In short to Pal Pepper. Maybe one last chance here for the Power. They've got about a minute to go. Not exactly in any rush though, the Power. Pal Pepper eventually goes long with the kick. In front is Ollie Wines. Good mark. Big year for him. Obviously had a very down year in 2023. Tells the umpire he's going to go for goal. I really don't know about this option. He's not going to have the distance in him. I don't even know if Buddy Franklin would have the distance with this breeze. So the time, I think they'll still have time here. He may look for a short option here, Ollie Wines. Matt Crouch is on the mark, right on 50, so he's going to have to kick it from outside 50. He just kicks it to the top of the square. Lord sits there as the option, couldn't get it. Pepper breaking through, couldn't get it out. They all converge on top of this one. Curtin's the one underneath all of it. And the umpire calls for it with about 15 seconds to go. Time on here. So it's going to have to be a quick throw up here and a quick kick out of the stoppage here from Port Adelaide. Working hard there, Solo couldn't gather it. Working hard there in the umpire for the timekeeper blew the siren 3 seconds early, but I guess that's alright in match simulation. Nonetheless, we are at halftime. At halftime, Port Adelaide lead by 10 points, 7-3-45 to the Crows, 5-5-35. Alright guys, we'll be back in about 10, 15, 20 minutes whenever the second half starts again. G'day guys, welcome back to a new episode of the Boundary Riders podcast. Today we have a lot to talk about with the footy season starting in just a few weeks' time. We do have a little bit of pre-season news to take a look at, including a game that has already been played, some injury concerns already, and we also take a look at the so-called drama relating the West Coast Eagles and dressing up for their intra-club game. And in world sport, we do have a lot of news in the soccer, including a massive bombshell with the transfer news. But let's move into the intro and get straight into it. And then Rankin from the pocket, don't tell me, Isaac Rankin!
Yeah.
He's just got the license for a brothel.
Well, I think Gather Round's going to be AFL this next season.
Hill gets at the handle at the back. Nick Dacos to get the pies home! He's done it! So guys, welcome to episode 51 of the Boundary Riders podcast. As always, I've got my brother Jack with me. We're probably at we have our only pre-season game so far, which was Melbourne versus Richmond. Did you see much of that game at all?
Nah, I've only seen the highlights to it.
Yeah, so I watched a bit of the game. We'll get more into that in a minute. But before we get into the whole podcast and everything, as we mentioned last week, BR Designs, our very own football print company, just opened up last week. And for this week, of course, we do have a new promo code for all of you. If you use the code BRPOD, capital letters BRPOD, you will get 10% off your purchase for any AFL print. All the link will be down below as always, and you can see a couple of prints in the background. Sorry, our webcam camera is pretty shitty. Trust me, they are really good designs. We absolutely love them. They've also got an interactive aspect that if you scan the QR code on them, you will get the clip of the certain design that you have, which I think is really exciting, really cool. So click the link below if you want to go check out BR Designs. We do really appreciate it. And let's get into today's episode. So the first thing I wanted to take a look at was a couple of injury concerns. The first one was Jacob Wiedering. Now, I don't know if you knew that he has had an injury concern throughout the pre-season for Carlton.
Yeah. I did, yeah.
So at this stage, it does look like that he has finally returned back to running, but he won't be back until around round 3. So for Carlton fans, that's a little bit disappointing. But that's basically that's probably the biggest injury so far. Haven't had a lot of news on many huge players being injured so far, like any, maybe I guess Cal Mills, but Cal Mills is, that's been known since last year really.
Todd Marshall's got injured in their Port Adelaide's intra-club game. Someone's still on his foot, so he's not going to be playing the trial match against the Crows on Friday night.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So I'm planning to do at least one stream of these pre-season games before the regular pre-season game, I guess. This pre-season games, this round, week, or whatever, are not somewhat official. They are, but they're not. And then for some reason, next week, they are official, which I don't really get.
Well, they're playing the Melbourne one was 7 periods, and the first 4 were the AFL listed players, and the next 3 were the second tier VFL players, even though Clayton Oliver played in the second tier league. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't really get it. I get the fact of it's a little bit different, they're giving players a different chance, they're playing 7 rounds. It's not exactly like AFL rules, so to speak. But to play, is it that big of a difference, really? It's still a pre-season game. It's not for points, so it doesn't really matter.
They might as well just say it's 2 weeks of pre-season games, play like that, and then get into the actual season. Yeah.
Do you think not the I was going to say the Wizard Cup, but I don't think there should be a cup thing, but maybe do you think there should be a little series of 4 games before a season starts, or do you think 2 or 1's fine?
I think one or two, what they're doing is not enough. I think you need 3.
I think it just brings this. I think it does bring the spectacle to the start of the season as well.
I think you need 3 for the competitive side of it. So then when they get into round 1, that they're not fatiguing in the last quarter as many players do at the moment.
Yeah, I think especially when they have the intra-club games, I know that's like a little bit of interest in them, but let's be honest, they're all playing against their teammates. They're not going to go in as hard as they do.
They don't want to hurt them. You
don't
want to
hurt
get a serious injury.
Yeah, exactly. So I get why they're not going to like push each other to the absolute limit in those pre-season games, because you don't want to hurt your teammate.
Yeah.
But when they move, the intra-club games, when they move into the pre-season, it is a little bit different. I'm not going to exactly take the Richmond win by like the premiership favourites. Like we've seen a few people already getting on the bandwagon of it, and look, I mean, good on them, good on the team, like good on Richmond for winning, but
it meant nothing.
It meant very little. Let's just put it that way.
The only ones that really need to take effort from it is the people that want a round 1 debut. Really, the ones that are going to try impressing in a way.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. We saw a couple of what was it? Caleb Windsor had a pretty good start to his draftee year. Got a big hit in the game as well. He did come back, I believe, but he had a pretty good pre-season game. Trent Rivers was playing in the midfield for a lot of it, and he played pretty well. Clayton Oliver did surprisingly return. I didn't see that coming, but I think I don't know how much he played in the first official part of the game, but he did play a little bit in the last 3 quarters.
Yeah, I think they said he played like one good period for it, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So
yeah, like he didn't play as much as. He didn't play a lot of the first 4 quarters. I think he did play like with the reserve players.
Yeah. Because
I did see a couple of highlights in that, but other than that, he didn't have a lot of game time. They are still saying that he could be in for the opening round against Sydney, but I think he's going to have to perform in the pre-season game that they have next week as well. Next game. It's not even next week, is it? I think they've got more pre-season games.
I think it is one next week. I think that...
There's
match simulations of this weekend, and then next week they play the...
Okay, so apparently they don't have long court breaks here, which, I mean, whatever. Where the hell's the quarter thing? Alright. So the third quarter's about to get underway, guys. For some fucking reason they don't have a long break, but anyway. I don't think anyone knew that I think everyone probably knew that except for me, but nonetheless, the third quarter is about to get underway. I thought they had, like, at least a 15-minute break, but I guess not. Which is whatever. So back in the ruck for the third term, O'Brien and Soldo been going at it for most of the afternoon. Rosie had his hand held, which is very cute in my opinion from Laird. But umpire has called for the ball. So third term now, Port Adelaide have a 10-point lead. Soldo little ruck tapped out, but a free kick will be going to O'Brien. So O'Brien takes the advantage here. Gets it on the boot towards half forward here, fighting hard. There was Rochelle, got up, couldn't bring it with him. First player there was Smith, ran through like a battering ram. Working hard there was Rosie, tackled well from Murphy, and the umpire eventually calls for it. So about 55-60 out from the Crows' goal. Crows going to the right-hand side of screen in this third term. O'Brien wins it down. Rosie and Wines both fighting for it with Rankin climbing over the top of him. A couple of early stoppages in this third term. O'Brien takes it out of the ruck, little handball to Laird, who just gets it on the boot towards half forward. Walker tracking it with Boken Jones. Walker almost threw it to himself. It doesn't matter. With a left foot ball inside the forward 50. Riley Thilthorpe in front. Looks like he's been paid the mark. Took it in 3 grabs and very nice. Had a bit of a quieter second term, Riley Thilthorpe, but a very good first term. He's had a pretty good game. So Thilthorpe, he's got 1 goal 1, I believe, so far. Or maybe it's 2 goal 1. I wish I had the statistics somewhere in this fucking anywhere. Anyway, nonetheless, Thilthorpe now reaches 50, high ball towards goal, goes across the face. O'Brien couldn't take it. Fogarty reads it well, and like a rover, kicks the goal. So the Crows get another one, and they're within 4 points. Good finish there from Darcy Fogarty. Terrible marking there from Port Adelaide. And the Crows bring it back to within 4 points. Trying to find anything that shows statistics of this game. Fucking hell. I have to look on Twitter in a minute. So back in the ruck once again. O'Brien, a little tap down. Little soccer away towards Laird. O'Brien again with the clearance. Dribbling ball towards Rankin, who gathered it nicely. Kicks it towards half forward once again. Good kick in the end. He finds Rochelle. Has a handball option and Lockie's shoulder decides not to go there. Except goes longer. Inside the forward pocket. Players converge. In front. 1-2. Good grab. It's Riley Thilthorpe again. Just stuck up the one hand and dragged it down. Good mark from Riley Thilthorpe. Showing some great signs in this match sim. So for the Crows to take back the lead, they haven't had it since late in the first quarter. You probably want to aim this just inside that right goalpost and it'll drift back nicely, which he does. Takes my advice to perfection. Riley Thilthorpe kicks the goal and the Crows are in front. Good finish there from Thilthorpe. Really good start to this second half from the Crows. Is the blog recap going to show... No. It's not going to show the Port game, of course, because why the fuck would it? Whatever. Anyway. Trying to find anything that will show statistics. I know a lot of people have been reporting on it really well. AFL Central, I'm sure you guys know them from Instagram and Twitter and stuff, and really good source for AFL news and stuff. They've been covering the statistics of the games really well. Oh, fucking hell. Come on, bro. I know it's only match sim, but you got to bounce it better than that. Christ. Just throw it up. Fucking hell. Soldo wins it down towards Horn Francis. Couldn't gather it. Now from the stoppage, the Crows are dominating the stoppages in this second half. Rankin low ball inside the forward 50 to who else but Thilthorpe. Wheels around, low ball inside the forward 50. Finds Rochelle, sorry. About 40 metres out, 45 metres out. Probably too far out to score, if I'm being honest. So he goes short into the pocket. Good work there from Radicalair to smack it out of bounds. So just inside the forward pocket if the Crows. 2-point lead to the Crows, early third term. Thilthorpe has taken this game by the scruff of its neck early in this third quarter. It looks like he's going to take this... No, in fact, it's Taylor Walker taking the ruck stoppage. Blocked Soldo out of it a little bit, wasn't paid. Now it's Bergman who gets dragged down. Stoppage about 25, 30 out from the Crows' goal. Umpire throws it up once again. Soldo, a little tap down towards Lockie Jones. Couldn't gather it. Tackled well there as Aliir. Walker went for the body, not the ball. Soldo read it well. A little tap down towards Butters. Great clean hands to Rosie. And he gets it outside the defensive 50. Thumps it long. 2-on-1 in the Crows' favour. Could be a free kick to Horn Francis. Taps it to himself. Does brilliantly. Breaks 50. Low ball towards goal. Jason Horn Francis. Just misses. That would have been a really good pre-season highlight for Jason Horn Francis, but couldn't keep it in. Just couldn't get it through the big sticks. So Brodie Smith will take the kick in here for the Crows. First score of the second half for Port Adelaide. So he goes to the low ball. It's going to be cut off easily by Ollie Wines. Went to go, but then had no options, so he just goes back off his mark. Goes low ball inside the forward 50. Just out of the grasp there of Finlayson. Been really quiet so far. Brodie Smith off the hinge. Great tackle there from McEntee. Spun him a good 360, even 720. Guess that rules out of the game. But it was good defensive pressure, and Port Adelaide have it locked inside their forward 50. O'Brien in the ruck, little tap down. Wines gets their first great gather off to Bergman. Now Finlayson looking for a good handball option. Eventually gave it back to Bergman. Missed him. Scholl almost threw that away. Eventually Laird gets it. Kicks it outside the defensive 50 for the moment. Soldo got worried out of it by Fogarty. Did well there. Rochelle, good pickup. Now to Rankin. Over the top. Went for his teammate there in Keys who couldn't gather it. And now with Butters. Has some time short to Lockie Jones. Jones goes inboard, dangerous, but he finds his teammate in Boak. He works it out wide. They switch the play here to Burn Jones. Now Port Adelaide. Have to cut short now, though. Long ball inside the forward 50. Couldn't gather it. Now Horne-Francis went really hard and low for that one. And there's a free kick going to Jason Horne-Francis here for a high free kick. Your team has not lost to North Melbourne in Melbourne since 2007. Appreciate the news there, Brendan. Anyway, nonetheless, gives off the handball now. Thumping towards goal here from Burton. And he's nailed the goal. Port Adelaide back in front. Thumped an absolute beauty there, Ryan Burton. Little pre-season highlight there for Port. Good goal. And Port Adelaide back in front. Are you talking about the Swans? I think that's right. Because you think my team's... I am a Swan supporter. I'm pretty sure people would know that. Is there anything on the stream that indicates that? I don't think there is, actually. No, there wouldn't be on the stream. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Been a good game so far, even though it's only a match sim. Port Adelaide and the Crows both fighting hard. As this game gets closer and closer, I'm sure the last few minutes of this game, if it stays this close, definitely will be heating up. Here go the Crows now. Rochelle should kick the goal and doesn't. The Crows are back in front. Quick reply. Rankin's had a really big role in the second half so far in the middle of the ground. Thought you go for the Swans. Yeah, I do go for the Swans. Those two teams love the showdowns even pre-season. Yeah, well, both teams definitely want to show a bit of pride when, especially when it gets towards the end of the game. I bet you there'll be a lot more pressure plays, even if it is just a match sim. Yeah, they're playing 6 quarters. I'll probably only do the first 4 and then end the stream because I think the last 2 quarters of this game are just reserve players. So I'll just do the first 4. Back in the ruck now, though. O'Brien wins it down. Pedler couldn't get there. Butters just got the hands and free. Wines met well there by Crouch. Just somehow found Bergman. Now over the top to Boak. Breaks away there. And now he gives off the handball to Mead on his left boot. Inside the forward 50. Rioli in front. Didn't go hard enough in my opinion. Now Rosie looking for a handball option. Pepper wasn't ready for it. Crouch working hard. O'Brien worried out of it. Boak taken without it. Probably should have got a free kick. Wasn't paid. Pepper ducks out of trouble. Worrell. Good tackle. Was a throw, but it looks like one umpire's called a hold. One umpire's called a throw. And it looks like they're going to ball it up instead. So, don't know what's happened there, but anyway. Umpire's made a bit of a mistake. The out of control umpire called for a throw, and the umpire closest to it called for a hold. So you would think the umpire closest maybe get the decision, but I don't know. Anyway. Back in the ruck now, O'Brien slaps it forward. Couldn't gather it. Rankin just got the hands free. Dixon fighting hard. Threw it away. It should be a free kick to the Crows. Wasn't paid. Umpire was blindsided. There's, 3 of them out there and they still couldn't see that. Pretty unbelievable nonetheless. Now Dixon fighting hard. Got dragged down by Jones. Eventually finds out to Bergwijn. Now it's to Pepper. High ball towards goal. Looks pretty nice. Pepper nails it. And the Power are back in front. Goal for goal here at Alberton. That would have been a really good highlight to showcase if I didn't absolutely just have the worst voice crack of all time. Anyway, good finish there from Pal Pepper. So nearly halfway through this third quarter, Port Adelaide just got the lead back. It's been goal for the last 10 minutes in this game. Oh, 5 minutes probably. Another terrible bounce from the umpire. Bro, call that back. That was atrocious. Oh, whatever. Anyway, Rankin from the stoppage just got it off to Crouch. Got the 1-2 in the end, Rankin. Towards half forward. Walker tracking this one down with a leer. Walker tried to slap it forward towards his end. Couldn't do much with it. Good tackle there from, I think it's Laird. In fact, it's Hinge, sorry. And it's right on the forward 50 if the Crows. The umpire calls for it. So, yeah, nearly at halfway through this third period. There will be 6, but the game's going to go for 4, and I believe the rest of the reserves players will be coming on after that. So now, Houston got that ball almost smothered. In fact, it was. Cameraman didn't believe so. Laird dribbles it towards the boundary line. Players for Port Adelaide appeal for a deliberate, and they got it. So Bergman will take the free kick in the back pocket. No, it's Houston. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the players' names right, but the fucking quality of this stream is fucking ridiculously bad. Free kick's gone to the Crows. So free kick will be going to... It's Dan Curtin. Hasn't seen too much of it, Dan Curtin. Been playing a lot on Jeremy Finlayson so far in this game. Kicks it towards half forward. It's a good kick in the end. So now a long way from goal. About 60 metres out. He thumps it towards the top of the goal square. In front. Couldn't take it down. There was Sam Berry. Now Bogue gives it off to Farrell. He just gets it outside the defensive 50 for the moment. Working hard there was Hamill, but Rioli read it well. Pal Pepper breaks past one, then dragged down by Pedler. Showdowns always mean a little bit more than regular match sims. Freaky will go to Port Adelaide though to Rioli. He works the ball out wide to Pal Pepper on the bounce. He's got time though. Had Bergman as a good little overlap handball, but decides to just trickle inside the forward 50. Horn Francis has got a teammate over the top. Decides to kick it in short to McEntee. It missed him. And cut off well there by the Crows defender, Chase Jones. Jones, terrible kick though. Port Adelaide coming back with it. Bergman fires from 60 metres out. Won't make the distance. Baller sitting under it. Missed it completely. Should be a free kick really, in my opinion, to the Crows anyway. But they will get the kick outside the defensive 50 for the moment. Houston takes the mark. So Port Adelaide locking it in for the last few moments. Houston, he may be able to launch a rocket. I think you probably need a little bit more match fitness to launch this one. The man on the mark is about 55, 60 metres out. He decides to just set it up long to the top of the goal square. Dixon 2-on-1, couldn't bring it down. Ballless. Dropped that one. A little bit lucky not to be pinned for it. Pal Pepper sitting on it. Curtin comes in. Umpire calls for it. Right in the forward pocket here for Port Adelaide. Players starting to blow a little bit. Ballless is one of them, definitely. Umpire calls for it now. Umpire throws it up. Dixon slaps it towards the front. Coming towards Bogue. Couldn't get it. Jones, Laird, now Crouch over the top towards Michaelani. They can get away here through Berry. Probably got a high one there. Umpire didn't call it, though. Gets it off the back. Michaelani got his ball smothered. Crows still under a heap of pressure. They're fighting hard, though. Hamill can't get rid of it. Horn Francis tackled well by Hinge, then got it out somehow. O'Brien kicks it outside the defensive 50. Walker in front did well. Gives off the handball towards Crouch. And now the Crows are out. At half forward now is Thilthorpe. Sorry, on the centre wing on the outer side is Thilthorpe who takes the mark. No, in fact, it's Dawson. He looks like he's playing a little bit more forward now. Probably giving him a little bit of a rest. Aaliyah went up way too early. Probably gave away the free kick. Umpire didn't call it and eventually runs out of bounds. Are they playing last touch in this game? I feel like we haven't had a lot of boundary throw-ins. Is that just me? That didn't look like... I don't know. Maybe it's just... I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Back in the middle of the ground, McEntee read it well, got held almost without it. Baller sleeps it behind now, Laird to Hamill. Broke past one, Rosie, good tackle. Good pressure from Port Adelaide in the last few minutes. Mead tackled well. I think that was Lockie Murphy with the tackle there. No, it's Nate McHenry. Good tackle, though. No, it's... Fuck, mate. Sorry, it's my pre-season too, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, back in the Rock O'Brien, tried to win it down. Working hard was Bo. Burgoyne did okay. Runs out to Horn Francis. Breaks away from the stoppage now. Handball over the top to Pau Pepper. He's got another on the overlap. Decides to cut back inside. Got it smothered well, Hamill. Bursted through. Did well to get the handball free, but a good tackle there from McEntee. Drags him down right on the 50-metre line. They'll call for the ball, the umpire. So back once again. Dixon got pushed under it. Probably should get the free kick, and he did. It was a bit far out from goalie Charlie Dixon. Don't know if he'd have the leg in him at this moment. Going to go give the handball to Farrell, but it looks like he's going to give it back to Burton. High ball towards goal. Ryan Burton nails the goal. Great finish from outside 50. Sends a huge kick home. Port Adelaide break away to 11-point lead. Good finish from Ryan Burton. Dixon feigned the handball to Farrell. All the defenders of the Crows defending that option went that way. Then Burton found himself all on his own for a quick, easy handball. Nailed the goal. Good finish from Burton. Just a little fist pump to the crowd. That's all he needs. My neck. So back in the middle once again. Phil Thorpe taking a bit of ruck roll here with Jordan Sweet. Free kick's been ripped out. We'll go to the Crows to... No, it's not. Dude, the umpire pointed the other way. What are you doing? Anyway, Butters with the free kick. Goes in short to Mead. Been a little bit quieter in the second half, both Butters and Mead. So Mead now, though, plays on. Long ball inside the forward 50. In front, 1-2, good grab. Umpire does pay it. Finlayson takes the mark. Been incredibly quiet in this game, Jeremy Finlayson, but takes a good contested mark. His opponent, I believe, was Dan Curtin, right on his hammer, but he took a good grab. Finlayson had a massive start to 2023. Petered off as the season went on. Can he revisit that form in 2024, though? So Finlayson comes in, calm run up, kicks towards goal, umpire does not move, and Port Adelaide move out to a 17-point lead. 3/4 of the way through this third term. Always been good at that point in the game. Jeremy Finlayson with the set shot goal kicking. Great kick in the end. So back in the middle of the ground. Soldo wins it down. Only as far as Crouch, and now Laird gets the clearance. Inside the forward 50 for the Crows. Rankin sat in front, but Lockie Jones went up and took the mark. So we've got about 7 minutes to go in this third quarter. Jones goes in short to Butters, who took that a little bit too easily. Should have marked it, then let it go. Fogarty drags him down. Good defensive pressure there from Fogarty. He's got a player streaming back to the goal square. I believe it's Ben Keys. He's got him in the pocket. Good find there from Fogarty, and Keys takes the mark in the pocket. And he'll get 50, so Keys will be taken to the goal line, and the Crows will get back to within 11 points. Ben Keys, quick little finish, kicks it into the trees at Alberton Oval. Don't know if that was needed. Luckily, they've got a net back there to stop the ball from going into the nearby housing backyards. Where's the hell is... I'm going to try and find something that brings up the statistics for this game. So back in the ruck, O'Brien won it down, but Solo working hard. Umpire will recall it. Got about 3 or 4 minutes in this third quarter. Both ruckmen go to ground. Eventually trickles out towards Boak, who got tackled well from Keys. Just got the hands free. Houston out of Butters. Didn't have an option forward, so he worked it back to Bergman. He now has an option forward. Good kick. He finds Rosie. No, it's Farrell, sorry. Dude, they've got to get better quality vision than this. Anyway, Farrell works the ball towards half forward. Not a very good kick. Just out of the grasp there of Bergman, and Hinge cuts it off. So Hinge, low ball down the wing. Good kick in the end. He finds Luke Pedler. Centre wing on the outer side. He plays on and goes long with the kick. In front there was Butters. Stood under that one really well. Looks like a free kick will be going to the Crows though. So now they work it forward through Rochelle. About 60 out from goal. Low ball inside the forward 50. Great mark there from Rankin. Burne-Jones did all he could to try and cut that one off. But Rankin stood strong. Already kicked a brilliant goal in this game, Isaac Rankin so far. This one a little bit easier. But not the easiest shot with the breeze that they've got at the moment. Blowing across the ground. Rankin taking a long run up here. But a chance here to bring the Crows back within 5 points. Rankin comes in, kicks towards goal, feigns a little bit to the right-hand side and through 4A behind. So 10 points the difference. Cats fan, Geelong fans back. How you doing, man? Have a good dinner, did you? So now Farrell has a little bit of a gallop and eventually kicks it long. Towards the wing. Solo couldn't grab it. Working hard there was Michael Annie. Rioli got worried out of it a little bit. Burne-Jones, good tackle there on Dawson. Eventually the Crows can get away here. Hinge off to O'Brien. Don't know about it, if he's the delivery man, so he gives it straight off to Dawson. The kick towards half forward is to Murphy. He gathered it well, and the Crows have got the numbers now. McHenry feigned the give. Eventually gave it now. Off to Keys. Running to about 60 metres out. High ball towards the top of the goal square. Great work from Aaliyah. The bigger man against Rochelle just shoved him out of the way and said, "That's my ball, young man." Aaliyah goes long. Radicalier couldn't grab it. Went over the top of his spot. Over the top of him. Hinge got a high one. He gets the free kick here. About 2 good kicks away from goal. Yeah, Port Adelaide have actually been in front for quite a lot of this game since you kind of left, man. Chicken Kiev, nice choice, nice. So Aaliyah has took another intercept mark here. So we've got about 2 minutes to go in this third period. Aaliyah goes high towards the wing again. O'Brien with the sit couldn't bring it down. Players converge. The Crows get it out somehow off to Keys, who just sends a high ball towards the 50. Sat under it there was Jones, couldn't grab it. He's got to go against 2 Crows. He did really nicely. And now Butters breaks away with a bounce. He takes another one. Tells Houston, "Shepherd for me, mate." Now Rosie over the top towards Houston. And now at 50, we have Jeremy Finlayson, who can kick a great team lifting goal for the Power. But he's hooked it too much. Through for a point. Big chance there late in the third term to give Port Adelaide a nice little lead. Finlayson just hooked it. Chat successfully connected back. I think we're all good. Someone sent a message in the last few moments. May have missed it. Shoal Working hard there, Radically. Just got the handball at the back. Just ran straight past it there. I think it was Rosie. And the Crows have the ball towards Fogarty, I believe. No, it's Rochelle on the wing right now here. About a minute to go in this third term. Rochelle has the football. Eventually goes long with the kick. Holds up in the breeze a little bit. Elias sitting in the hole. He's taken 3 intercept marks in about 2 minutes. Port Adelaide could switch the play. Walker with a... That should have been in the back. Shocking! What is the umpire doing? Are you watching the same game, bro? That was a shocking decision. Boat just got a fair smack in the back by Taylor Walker. How is that not a free kick? Oh, fuck me. I know it's a pre-season game. It doesn't mean shit, but fucking hell. Like, you gotta pay that. I wish Asava never left. He had such good potential as a tall defender. Yeah, I agree, but I think Port Adelaide were going to pay a little bit overs for him. I need to see that again. That is a fair push in the back! What do you mean, umpire? Oh. Yeah, so I'm just going to do the 4 quarters, guys, not the 6, because the last 2 quarters are basically just going to be reserve players. No HMOs. What's HMOs? Am I an idiot and just don't know what that means? Sorry, I may just be dumb. That was such a shit decision. What the hell was that? I'm trying to find something that shows like statistics of this game, but I can't really find any. Yeah, I don't see really anything. We've announced a squad of 40 to play West Coast. So Fremantle have announced to play a squad of 40 to play West Coast. So you basically announced that your list will be playing. Good on you, Fremantle. Why would you even announce that? Yeah, I can't find anything, the statistics of the Port Adelaide game at the moment, guys. I'm trying to find something, but... yeah. Yeah, there's not really anything on here, guys. I'm trying to find something that will tell us what like the 6 of this game so far, but it's not really much. Oh, hang on. Maybe we found something. Okay, I don't think I did. I don't know what this is, but it's not what I'm looking for. AFL Fantasy, right? Maybe? No. Interesting, man. Yeah, I guess that's not it. Don't know. Alright. Look, the umpires owe us in infinite free kicks after last year. Who do you barrack for? Pranav Dio? What the fuck is this? This is actually some good content. Whoever's watching the AFL footy things right now is watching the Fox footy thing right now. This Collingwood like comedy stuff is actually hilarious. What the hell is grok? Grok something. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with Twitter? Twitter sucks, bro. What does that say? Oh, Ben, after the Ben Keys got denied. Yeah, I know, man. I know, I'm a Swans fan. I know it hit the post. Sorry, I mean, I know it didn't hit the post. I'm not stupid. Sorry. Let's be honest. I'm going to be honest with you, Pradnav. If you're caring about the... no, sorry. You have every right to be angry about that. But don't worry about the match simulation decisions. Let's be honest. If that's the only decision you get for the rest of the year that goes your way, I'd be pretty disappointed if that's the one. But yeah. To be honest, I don't think it's the worst thing that the Crows didn't make the finals last year. Let's be honest. They weren't going to go. They weren't going to go very far. It just gives them an extra time off in preseason, I believe, and I think they're going to be bigger and better. I think if the Crows did go last year, I don't know if that's the best thing for teams to make the finals too early. We saw what was it, the Bombers a couple of years ago, make finals, and everyone was so hyped about it. And look where they've gone since. They've just gone further and further down. Not to say that the Crows would have done that if they did make it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Like I said, guys, don't listen to me about much. I'm not very smart. I can understand why you guys listen to my commentary. I'm not saying that I'm that good, but fucking hell, I'd rather listen to I'd rather get my, butthole pubes pulled out than fucking listen to some of this commentary. It's so agonizingly shit. Get on with it. I don't care. I'm sorry, Nick Murray. You're probably a nice guy, but I don't care about your personal life. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm an asshole for saying that, but I don't care about your personal life. And I don't need a full-on interview with you in this match sim. Get on with the game. No, mate. I actually don't think we're going to make finals at all. What do you think? Maybe I'm just... Shut up, Dylan. Shut up. Shut up, Dylan. I don't... shut up, Dylan. Shut up. He doesn't know. He's not very confident about it. Oh, that was it. Oh, great. Wait. What? Oh, this is... Oh, so this is the halftime interval, is it? Oh, so this is the halftime interval. Okay. Maybe I will do the 6 quarters. I don't know. I'll see how the fourth quarter pans out. If this fourth quarter is just all reserves players and Sandful players, I'll probably end it at the fourth quarter because it's just not going to be the game. It's just going to be reserve players. Do you think the Swans will miss Buddy Franklin this year? To be honest with you, man, I think he should have retired the year before, to be honest. I think it was a wasted year for Sydney on the fact of the tall forwards because I think that Logan McDonald, McLean and Amati were our future of our tall forwards, and I think that we wasted basically a whole year because if you think about it, we didn't plan for them 3 to be our key forwards. It only happened when Buddy Franklin retired, basically, after he got that injury. So I believe that Sydney wasted a year on those guys. I think he should have retired at the end of the 2022 season. Even before the grand final, I was very surprised that he announced that he wanted to go for another year. I was very surprised. I wasn't exactly I wasn't disappointed by it, but I was like, look, we needed to move into the future now. And Buddy Franklin, he was massive for us for that 10-year period. But the last year, he lasted, 6 games, and he was injured. He was in and out of the team until he got that big injury to his calf. He wasn't that good when he played for us in that last year. I think he played a year too long. Don't get me wrong, I think he was a great player, and I think he did everything he could when he was at the Swans, but I think he played a year too long, and I think Sydney needed to kind of put the foot down and say, look, you can be on the list, but you got to be only there as if a McLean, McDonald or Marty were injured. In times last year they were, so maybe he would have been there for that, but that wasn't I don't believe that was the reason why he was still there. He was there to be still the Buddy Franklin, He was still to be our number one when he shouldn't have been. And I think it held back a year, because if you watch, sorry I keep on waffling on about this, but it's a very I don't really get a lot of questions about the Swans, because I don't really talk just about the Swans. I'd rather end my career after a shocking grand final than play another year. I mean, what else could you achieve after 1,000 goals apart from that grand final? Yeah, I agree. Unless the only reason why I think he'd gone around again is because he thought maybe the Swans could go back again and maybe win another grand final. But yeah, after that injury, it just felt like to me that it was a wasted year of that forward three structure, because I think that Sydney could have used that year to build something, and now it's just going to take another year. I still think that now that they did have that 6 to 8 week period that went after Buddy was obviously gone, but we even saw McDonald didn't do much last year after Buddy was gone. McDonald kind of looked lost. Marty just came back into the team because he was out with injury for a bit of last year. And McLean did come along quite well. But I think if they had a full pre-season together, McLean, like last year, McLean, Amati, and McDonald, I think the three of them could have combined later on in the year to be a very lethal three-pronged forward line. But it kind of felt like they didn't know how to play together in that end of the season. And I think it kind of got proven in the final against Carlton. So hopefully this pre-season, we've seen they've already seen that these three worked pretty well in that first game. I believe my brother said that McLean played really well, McDonald was brilliant, and Amati was okay. So, I mean, every single game you don't need them kicking 4 goals each. I mean, if they can combine for McLean playing that in between the wing role. McDonald just playing outside 50 and Amati playing as the full forward, I think that can work. I actually think that Sydney really haven't... I think Sydney can utilise a 3 tall forward line, but they need to have Papley, whoever the other small forwards are, really playing the pressure forwards, which Sydney have been good at. So I'm not saying they can't do it, but yeah. More dangerous than Rowan Hawkins and Jeremy Cameron in 2021. Yeah, I mean, 2022, I think they were probably more dangerous, but yeah, I agree that those three, and even, I think it's a little bit different because McLean, Amati, and McDonald are a little bit more taller, a little bit less agile than likes of Rowan and Cameron, but I'm thinking more like how 2017, the Adelaide Crows with Jenkins, Walker, and sort of Tom Lynch. That's the kind of three I'm thinking about. They played really well that year, even though they obviously bombed out in the grand final. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking. But yeah, I agree with what you're kind of bringing up. So it looks like they're kind of coming back to the fourth, third, whatever the fuck quarter this is. Maybe. Hang on. No, they're still halftime. Sorry, guys. If this is halftime. I'd usually in the halftime just do a podcast. Just put on the podcast and do something, but I didn't know this was gonna be halftime. But yeah, it does look like to me that they are setting up a lot more of their reserve players for the second half. They've got Georgiades here, Josh Sin for Port Adelaide, Francis Evans, I believe, and a couple of others. So we'll see how this third quarter goes. Fourth quarter. I will watch this fourth and see how it goes. But if how long has this stream been going for? Nearly 2 hours. It's nearly 7 o'clock. I got to do some stuff. So I'll see how this. I thought it was going to be 4 quarters, and then they were just going to have 2 more like periods of just like reserves. But what it looks like is they're going to be playing 3 quarters, half time, and then have another 3 quarters, 3 periods. Do you have a Discord server? No, but I am going to start making one. Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys want to join our AFL tipping or AFL fantasy leagues, we have 2 leagues running at the moment, AFL fantasy and AFL tipping. If you guys want to join it, I'll try and find something here. Where is it? It's not that one. It's that one. Okay. Fantasy. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Image 5 and image fantasy. Okay. Image 5. There it is. Alright, so if you guys want to join our AFL fantasy or AFL tipping leagues, we do have the codes on there right now. And we're doing like a competition. So if you guys can win these competition, either the fantasy or the tipping league, we're going to give away a $125 gift voucher to the AFL store. And we're also going to give away one of our footy prints from BR Designs, which is like the thing on the screen below my face cam. So, yeah, that's like our design company, guys, if you guys want to check that out. Sorry, these is just for the podcast, but I don't have anywhere else to put them, so I'm just going to put them weirdly around the stream setup here. So, yeah, those are the codes. The AFL tipping one, by the way, is the official AFL tipping website, whatever. So, if you want to join them, you can. And, yeah, we have prize money to give away for it. Well, AFL Fantasy is obviously the AFL Fantasy, the AFL Fantasy app, but where's tipping? Here we go. I think there's a link you can send. How many people we got in the comp right now? We got 10. So yeah, there's obviously heaps. Yeah, I'll put that in the chat. Oh, you don't have to buy them. That's all good. No, we're going to give away a $125 gift voucher to the AFL store, and then we'll give away the prints as well. You don't have to pay money to join the AFL fantasy or the tipping comp, by the way. Obviously, it's just free. It's just a bit of fun. So yeah, the codes are on the stream thing right now. They just up the top here, annoyingly put in the way. Like, yeah, I'll try and. They can't. They don't sit too bad actually. There we go. So the players are coming back for the second half. It does look like actually that the fourth period. Fucking hell, this is so annoying. Anyway, yeah. So it looks like that's coming back now. Yeah. So, how does that look? Does that look okay? Yeah, okay. Oh, we had a lot of people on the stream today. Appreciate that, guys. Really appreciate you guys joining the stream and enjoying it. Like I said, if you want to show support, leave a like on the stream. I really appreciate that, guys. If you do enjoy this sort of stuff, we've got a really big trailer video coming out on Monday. It goes through about a couple of minutes, the trailer, but I'm really proud of it. It's about the new footy season coming up. So, be coming out Monday morning, and got another video coming out the week after, which I'm pretty proud of as well. The umpires are returning back to the positions now. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. It looks like, yeah, they're adding a lot more of their pre-season team now. Their reserve players, it looks like. There's a few players still in there, like the regular first-team players, but a lot of them look like reserves players. So it looks like they're like resting a lot of their top-line players now. Trent McKenzie looks like he's coming on here for Port, so it looks like he's on the second string at the moment. Make that 11 is that boundary riders only. Is it? Yeah, that's the name of the tipping comp and AFL fantasy. I think it is. It's definitely that. I just can't remember if it's exactly both the same. So it's only Boundary Riders Legends on the AFL fantasy. Why did I name it that? I'm just getting rid of Legends. That's so dumb of me. Makes me sound like a fucking idiot. Yeah. So that's that one, and then the tipping one would be just AFL. Fucking hell. Only Boundary Riders. That's that one. But yeah, that's right, man. And like I said, if anyone else is watching right now, well, there are people watching. If you do want to join those leagues, they are linked. You guys can see it on the stream setup right now. And if you guys do want a Discord, I can set up one. I've done it before for my. I've done YouTube for a different channel in the past, so I know how to do it. If you want me to do that, just let me know, and I'll maybe start setting that up too. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think what would be cool is like after streams or stuff, like after the games of like these streams, we can get in like supporters for different teams, and like they can give us our like opinion. I think a YouTube channel Blues Abroad, they do it really well. They talk to like Carlton fans after the game. I think that'd be really cool. About like their opinion of the game and stuff. I think that's really cool. So I think I really like to do that. But anyway, let's move into this fourth period of this game, eh? Alright, so they're moving in now. Looks like they're playing a lot more reserves players in this fourth period. So we'll see how this one goes. This may be the last quarter that we do for the stream, but nonetheless, we're back into it now. O'Brien from the tap down, won it down. Vizentini's playing in the ruck now. Gets a handball out wide towards Burgoyne. Just missed him. Now working hard there was Jones. Gets a handball at the back towards Laird. Inside, good handball to Berry. He's got some time. Over the top with a raking handball to Murphy. Trying to break back inside. Good tackle though from Jones. And now Port Adelaide causes the turnover. Mead off to Burgoyne. Gets the 1-2 just from Rosie. Burgoyne tried to break away from his opponent. Did well in the end, but then didn't have an option. Eventually gets boot to ball. Kick just runs and hits just outside the boundary line. Will be a free kick to the Crows. You think the Gold Coast will upset the Tigers? I don't know if that's an upset, I'm going to be honest, man. I think the Gold Coast are going to be better than the Tigers this year. And you're in, that's perfect. So now Parnell's came onto the ground. He's into the second half, or second period, whatever. Fucking second half, I'm going to call it. Mackenzie gives it back towards Rosie, and he goes out wide, finds Burton. So Burton doesn't have a lot of options. Kicked a couple of goals today. In short to Power Pepper. Game comes to a slow walk at this point. So now Power Pepper goes long with the kick. High ball towards the wing. Vizentini sits under it. Good grab in the end from Vizentini. Had a couple of games last year. Played really well. Kicks the ball towards half forward. 1-on-1 there. Was Boak. Brought it to ground. In fact, no, it's Evans. Evans running well. Gets it off to Power Pepper. He's at a pretty slow pace. Handball was pretty poor, in fact. Ballless. Bad handball. McEntee did well to worry his opponent out of it. Burgoyne over to Power Pepper. Tucked up in the pocket. Power Pepper sprays it wide out on the fall. Looks like that hit that he made against Mark Keane earlier in the game is going to be heavily scrutinised. Could even be reported for a couple of games that a lot of people are talking about with the footage of that. So we'll have to see how that plays out throughout the week. But back to the game. Worrell has the kick outside the defensive 50. Long ball towards Thilthorpe and Mackenzie. Mackenzie did well to push his opponent under it legally. Kicks it towards half forward though. Finds Jackson Mead at a good first 3 periods of this game. Doesn't have a lot of options, Mead. So he just tucks it into the forward pocket. On the lead, Vizentini. Bro, umpire, get out of the fucking way. Free kick away from the players gone to the Crows. As Brody Smith goes over to Nankervis. On the wing, terrible kick. Turns it right over and now Sin takes the mark. Top draftee a couple of years ago, Josh Sin, just has been ravaged with injury so far in his career. What's AFL Fantasy? So, AFL Fantasy is basically what they do is they tally up a bunch of points based on in-game statistics. So, it's really fun. My brother and I have been doing it for quite a while now. But basically, yeah, like, if in-game a real statistic, like you get in-game, like Jackson Mead had a kick just then, that's 3 points, and then you tally up all the statistics throughout the game, and it gives you a certain, like, fantasy point score, or whatever. If you ever see, I don't know, or if you don't know AFL Fantasy, you probably don't know Supercoach either, but it's kind of like that. We do have a couple of AFL Fantasy videos on our channel, but yeah, if you want to watch them, but yeah, they're about 15 minutes long, so, you know, if you've got the time, that's probably somewhere you could probably start, but that's not really an explainer, but it kind of shows you the players that we kind of pick from. Yeah, you'd need the AFL. You can do it on your computer, but yeah, the AFL Fantasy app's probably the easiest to do. Oh, what's the point of the crows? So Port Adelaide have it forward, and a snap-on goal there from 32 for Port Adelaide, which is Tom Scully. Not the one who took all that money from the Giants, but someone else, and it was through for a point. Yeah, I think this will be the last quarter I will do the stream, guys, just because all the reserve players are on now. Port Adelaide come lead by 5 points. McHenry takes the mark. Just inside the forward 50 in Ned McHenry. A chance here to get the Crows back in front. Phil Thorpe's had a really good game today for the Crows. Played really well. Looks like Chris Burgess also, new recruit for the Crows, is in this second half. So Ned McHenry comes in pretty much straight in front, about 30 metres out, kicks towards goal, umpire does not move, and the Crows are in front. Good finish for his second goal, Ned McHenry. Nice finish. When you reckon you'll hit 1K? What, subscribers? I'd hope to do it this year. I'm pretty sure we can. We've got a lot of stuff coming out this year for the channel, so I think we can do it. First is to hit 500, so we're pretty close to that. We're about just under 100 subs from that, so if we can hit that, that'd be really cool, but yeah. So a good finish there from Ned McHenry. Crows are in front, 6 minutes into this fourth period. There are going to be 6, so I'll be doing 4 on the stream. So back in the middle of the ground, looks like they're resting both their ruckmen now. I hit 1K earlier in February after my channel's first birthday. That's really cool, man. Good job. So Port Adelaide are half forward now. Georgiades gives it back to his new captain in Rosie. Hooks it across his body towards Pal Pepper, who goes up! Almost took it. Good effort. Couldn't bring it down, though. Now the Crows near Curvis. Threw that away. Great pressure from Port Adelaide. And a little bit of a scuffle in the forward pocket here. Like I said, only a match sim, but it's still a showdown nonetheless. Oh, he's going to be a little bit of pushing and shoving. Jesus Christ, they're dragging each other to the bloody boundary lines. Nonetheless, Port Adelaide have the free kick. It's going to be going to young Lockie Charleston. So Lockie Charleston has the free kick here, forward pocket here for Port Adelaide. Good tackle there, good pressure from him in the end. Yeah, it has been a pretty good game, I agree. Are you going to have the kick yet? Are we going to let him kick it now? Okay, good. Alright, so Charleston comes in, tucked up in the right forward pocket, kicks towards goal, goes across the face and through for a point. So we're all square here at Alberton. So here go the Crows. They're at half back now. I think it's Chase Jones out there. Works it inside. Little low kick. Good option in the end. Unsure who that is. Number 19, I believe. Who's number 19? I think that's Cook. Is that right? 19. Zach Taylor. Not even close. Keys looks like they got the ball up here on the outer side. Yeah, so I'm not going to get a lot of these players' names, guys. I'm going to be honest. Anyway, level at the moment. Vizentini wins it down, working hard there. Boak tried to get on his boot, couldn't do much with it. Did well there, Port Adelaide. Now Mead handled over the top. Good job. Now McEntee's got Rosie riding shotgun. He gives it off to him. Chasing him down there is Taylor. Rosie gets it long, though, towards the top of the goal square in front. Well done there from Worrell. Cuts it off nicely. Port Adelaide with a lot of pressure. They're in the defensive 50 still. The Crows. Up goes Burgess. Good mark. Recruited from the Gold Coast Suns. Burgess with a great mark. Down the wing. Free kick should be going to Port Adelaide here. It does. So free kick on the defensive side of the wing here for Port Adelaide. Number 45, Xavier Walsh has the ball. So this will be his first disposal in Port Adelaide jumper. Kicks the ball inboards. Dangerous kick. Vizentini sits under it. So does O'Brien. He taps it down. Zach Taylor has the football. Kicks the ball towards the 50. Runs out of the way of Walsh. Aaliyah fighting hard to get to it. Drag down there from Gallant. Holding it there was Aaliyah. Didn't really have many options to do with it. Francis Evans tackles him. Without the football, McHenry ducked out of that one well. Off to Keys. To kick towards goal. Ben Keys nails it. Great goal. And the Crows have hit the lead. Great finish there from Ben Keys. His season obviously ended in controversial fashion in 2023. But a great finish there on the left boot. Always had a bit of a classy left boot. Ben Keys, and ends it well. Crows are in front by a goal. How long left in the period? So there's 10 minutes gone. So there's, 18 minutes to go. Oh, 7, 8. So it's about just over a halfway through this. Just under halfway through this period. So we're back in the middle. Sweet still on the ground. Phil Thorpe couldn't win it. Rosie did well out towards Mead. He's had a really good game, Jackson Mead. Really fighting hard for a round one spot. Off to Boak. He kicks a long ball inside the forward 50. Rioli in front, 1-2. Couldn't bring it down, though. Working hard there with the power. Rioli gets it on his left boot. Just kicks a spiral towards the top of the goal square. Out the back. Coming through. Georgiades is there. Can't get it. Laird did okay. Get the ball kicked out towards that area for the moment, but it's been cut off well by Farrell. Just a rush kick out of that fracas of play there from the Crows, and Laird just unfortunately turned it over. And Farrell, a lethal left foot kicker, has a chance here to get Port Adelaide level once again. So Kane Farrell comes in. Hooked out a little bit and kind of compensated with that kick and hooked it towards the right-hand side of the goals, through for a point. 5-point lead to the Crows. Do you think Connor O'Sullivan will be in the best 22 for Geelong? I'm a little bit unsure. He was their first draft pick in the draft, wasn't he? I didn't see the match sim for Carlton versus Geelong, but I think he had a pretty good game, I believe. So he very well could be. I think the Crats are definitely going to rotate that midfield and their younger players through this year. I think they kind of proved last year that when they did get a lot of injuries, that they didn't have a lot of depth. So I think they're going to play a lot more of their younger players, with their experienced players, to give them some experience in the main team. So Port Adelaide have the ball now, caused the turnover there, the Crows. So Rioli now at half forward. Has an option over the top, about 20 metres away from him. Decides not to go there. Looking for an option further down the ground. He decides to go with a low ball inside the forward 50. Cutting across there was Lord. Couldn't bring it down. The Power trying to find a free man. Couldn't do so. And about 20 metres out for Port Adelaide's goal. Umpire calls for it. Want to see number 14 again, so I hope so. Number 14. Your favourite number or something, man? Anyway, ballless. Working hard, can't get rid of it. Phil Thorpe kicks outside the fracker for the moment. Working hard there is Sin, did well. It looks in good shape there. Josh Sin did well. Found on his left boot, found Mead. In fact, no, that's not Mead at all. It was six. It's not six. I think it's Charleston actually. Lockie Charleston. He goes with a long ball inside the forward 50. In front there, couldn't take the mark there for Port Adelaide. Dribbling one towards the goal. Outside of the point post, so it'll be a boundary throw-in, just about 5 metres away from the Port Adelaide goal face. Taps it down there, Phil Thorpe working hard. Good tackle there from Rosie. On ball, this will be another stoppage. Not my favourite number, but it reminds me of Joel. Oh, Joel Selwood, obviously. Sorry. Fair enough. So it's a free kick for holding the ball to Connor Rosie. Great defensive pressure. Not many people were surprised to hear that Connor Rosie got the call up for the new captaincy role this year. Chance here to wheel around and kick the goal. Looks pretty good, and the power back in front. He's kicked 2 today, Connor Rosie. Great start to his tenure as captain of Port Adelaide. Proud football club. Hopefully, for their sake, he can lead them well. So we're just over halfway through this fourth period. Port Adelaide lead it by the 1 point. A lot of rested players going into this fourth period though. Laird in the stoppage couldn't win it. On the ground fighting hard there was McHenry. Got it out. Here goes Berry running after it. Couldn't get to it. Does well there Francis Evans looking for the 1-2 and got it. Jammed it back on the boot towards half forward. Standing under it there was McEntee. Couldn't bring it with him. Fighting hard there's Mead. Kind of got pushed off it. Hamill did well. Now it's Curtin. Has some time, looked clean on that play, and now the Crows towards Lockie Scholl. Went to go forward, but then didn't have that option available to him, so he goes back to Hamill. Hamill inside, not the best play. Taylor just got his handball smothered, now Horne-Francis works into the middle of the ground. So he finds Charleston, who's had a few touches early, the young guy. Goes in with a short kick, good option, finds Burton. A lot of Geelong's young players went to Port. Yeah, that is true. Not the best kick working it forward there to Farrell to his toes. He couldn't gather it. Laird takes his time. Did well in the end. And now Phil Thorpe over the top to Berry. They got the overlap here, the Crows. Off to Burgess. He got on the boot just in time. They can run it all the way to the goal line here, the Crows. McHenry runs through. He's all on his own. And to get the Crows back in front, McHenry slams it through. Good finish from Ned McHenry, and the Crows are back in front. It's been a good match in this one. Earlier today, we saw the Saints absolutely thrash the Bombers, which was an absolute terrible game to watch, I'm going to be honest. Best match you've seen in ages. He just tapped him on the arse. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of true. It is a match. It's a semi-showdown, so they're going to take it a little bit more seriously, these teams. So back in the ruck once again, Riley O'Brien still taking a bit of the ruck role in this fourth period. Visentini's kind of taking the main role for Port Adelaide. From the ruck contest, O'Brien taps it backwards. Horne-Francis coming through, couldn't bring it with him. Vicentini, great pickup. Handballed out the back towards Mead, who tries to get a ball inside the forward 50. Absolute floater. Read well here from the young man. Kicks it across the goal, and it goes out of bounds. That player there, Anstapopoulos. Oh fuck no. Sorry, bro. You're gonna be named Paulus. No. Oh god. Sorry, bro. I hope you have a good career in the football, but fuck me. I hope I never commentate a game that you're playing. Fuck me. I'm going to call you number 29. Really rolling from the stoppage. Snaps towards goal, and Port Adelaide are back in front. It's goal for goal once again. Wait, is it a goal? Yeah, it's a goal. Sorry. Good finish there from Willie Rioli, and Port Adelaide lead it by 1 point once again. I'm trying to see if we can find something now. So we've got about 9 minutes left of this fourth period, guys. There will be 2 other periods, but I think I'll end the stream after this one. I think after this period, there'll be most of the experienced players will be coming off, and it'll just be some younger guys playing. Has anyone bought your product now? I haven't checked that shit today. So now Hinge has the football and kicks it inside the 450 with an absolute drilling kick and a great mark from McHenry again. Having a pretty good game, did McHenry? That was an absolute bullet. That kick there from Mitch Hinge. Barely left 2 metres off the ground, that kick, and just cradled it in his arms there, McHenry. Great take. So McHenry now comes in for the quick reply from the Crows and get them back in front. He comes in, not a very good kick. In fact, it's not going to make the distance. Off the spoil, though, knocked through for a behind, and the scores are all level. So from the kick, so now Dylan Williams has the ball inside the defensive 50. Goes with a dangerous kick to Lockie Jones, but he sits under it well. Sin looking for the ball, didn't get it. Jones goes in board. It's a dangerous kick, though. Don't know about that option. Jason Horne-Francis somehow took the mark, though. He works the ball towards the wing. Mead sitting under it. So was Scully. He couldn't bring it down the young tall to Bogue. No, in fact, Scully's going to get the free kick here. Absolutely man-mountain, this guy. He goes in short to Travis Bogue. It was a terrible kick. Not really a distributor, Tom Scully, but he kept on running. Kicks the ball high and long into the forward pocket! Up went the young man. Can't see who it was. I think it was Vizentini. Gives it off to McEntee. The ball just goes straight up in the air, up the chimney. Couldn't bring it down. Riolo tucked up in the pocket. Snaps towards goal. Hooked it across the face, through for a behind, and Port Adelaide are back in front. Yeah, it was Dante Vizentini who went up for that mark. Almost dragged down an absolute screamer. Fishing for fun. Come on, Port Adelaide. They're doing pretty well at the moment. Have a 1 point lead. Phil Thorpe on the wing takes a good mark. He wants to go. Wheels around and kicks it out wide towards McHenry, who's had a massive game. Kicks it inside the forward 50. 1-on-1 is Fogarty. Probably went for the body when he should have gone the ball. Gets out the back towards Lockie Jones. He holds it for a moment. Hang on a minute. Oh, Pedler should have actually thrown his boot at it. If Pedler just threw his boot at that, it would have been a goal. Nonetheless, it's through for a behind. So back to the whole square once again. You're watching now on KO, fair enough. No, they don't. It's level, isn't it? Oh, they're still 13-8. I thought they went through. Oh, did Rioli's not go through for a point? Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Sorry. Play on now to the Crows. On 50. They drill it towards goal, and the Crows only go up by 2 points. Can't nail it. So the Crows led it by 2 points here. With about, how long to go? We've got about 5 minutes to go of this match simulation in the fourth period. This will go for 6 though. Burgoyne Goes a long kick towards the middle of the ground. Visentini sits under it, couldn't bring it down. Little tap on here towards McHenry. He ducked out of trouble. He's really lifted in this fourth period. Berry pushes away from Burgoyne, but then got back into trouble. Eventually got at the handball. McHenry fighting hard. He went for one break of the tackle, and that was too many. Scully will get him holding the ball. Great work from Tom Scully. The Man Mountain, I call him. Apparently. So now Scully. Long ball towards the wing. Visentini sits under it. Couldn't bring it down. Evans fighting hard. Almost got a high one there from Berry. Umpire can't see that one. Sitting in a terrible position. I don't know where he's standing there for. But anyway. Umpire calls for a ball up. No, that's not right. The scoreboard's fucked up. They've stuffed up the scoreboard. They gave Port Adelaide a point when it was actually the Crows. Anyway. Nonetheless, Tom kicks it in short to Georgiades. I don't know his name. I answer Sopolopoulos. Sorry, bro. They messed up the scoreboard there. That's not me. I know that's not the score. Because the Crows scored a point. It was at 13-10. Oh, great. And now the stream's fucked. Good on you, KO. I mean, and Fox Footy. This is absolute joke. This match sims... It got to be streamed better. Like my stream right now, and now it's just fucked itself. Yeah, is it fucked itself? No, we're good. Okay, Georgiades kicked the goal. Yeah, he did. Okay, so Port Adelaide are back in front, and then they haven't even fixed up the scoreboard. So, what's going on? Am I wrong or are they wrong? I don't know anymore. I'm going to change it in a second to their scores because I think I'm right, but I don't want to go wrong. They're being lazy because it's a match sim. Yeah, but that doesn't excuse the fact of like just showing this game in 240p. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, this... It looks like someone who has like their phone camera is like recording this game right now. I think even like the newer iPhones now. Yeah, I think they're wrong. Anyway, it's just fucking hell. If you want to... No, it doesn't matter. Minute and a half to go. Burgoyne thumps it long. In front there was a poor player and Mead couldn't bring it down with him. Slapped away from defence there, the Crows. They get it outside the defensive 50 through Taylor. It dribbles towards half forward now. Going back hard there was Ellis. He got met by two... In fact, it's Walsh, sorry, not Ellis. Working hard there, Fogarty coming through hard. He gathered it well. He's got the football now, but McKenzie wraps him up nicely. It hits the ground. Sin tackled well. Keys couldn't hold him for too much longer, though. Good tackle there from Taylor. Drags him down. It'll be a stoppage. So with just under a minute to go in this fourth period. Sweet wins that one down. Taylor did really well to get off the hands. Working hard there now, the power. Horn Francis breaks away. The handball to Burgoyne wasn't the best. Horn Francis keeping the ball in front of him. Wants Taylor to overcommit. He doesn't. Did really well. Eventually, Horn Francis kicks it inside towards the wing. Curtin did well. Good mark. Obviously, really, really young, but that's a little glimpse into the future for the Crows. He goes back to Ballas, who goes long down the wing. There's still about 15 seconds to go. Can the Crows get a late one? It gets out the back towards Pedlar. He has a chance to go long with the kick. It goes towards the top of the goal square. Pedlar has kicked a beauty from outside 50. And the... Now, are the scores level or are the scores... Because I don't know anymore. Because the scoreboard's been messed up. Because they scored a rush behind. They gave the point to Port Adelaide. So have they won or is it a tie? I'm going to go with their scores because I don't want to be completely fucking wrong and just fuck all of yous up. But I think they're wrong, but who the fuck knows? I'm going to go with their scores just to not be completely wrong. It looks like the game is currently a draw. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, there's only 2 more periods of this game, guys, but at this stage, I think I'm just going to finish it there because the stream, I think, is even getting worse. Like, not my stream, but I think their stream of this game is getting worse now because they've kind of just given up on it. But nonetheless, I believe the scores are 93-93. I know that's what it says on the score, but I believe that they scored a point, the Crows, but they gave the score to Port Adelaide. But I think maybe I just messed that up. I wasn't... Maybe I was complaining about something being an idiot. Anyway. We'll go with theirs, okay? We'll go with theirs. Anyway. 16 people now. There's 16 people watching this stream. Hey. Appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, I'm going to go with their score, but it was a good finish there from Luke Pedler outside the 50. Where can you watch? The game's on KO at the moment. So KO or Foxtel. I'm just watching the game from my room on KO. Sorry. Yeah, KO. Sorry, Nick. I saw you ask that before. Yeah, KO, Fox Sports, Fox Footy. Sorry, Fox Footy. Yeah. So obviously you have to pay for Fox Footy and that. I'm trying to find something that shows like statistics of this. No. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the stream there for now. So, thanks for watching. Like I said, if you do want to watch the rest of this game, it is on KO. That's all I'm going to watch of it. I think because there's going to be 2 more periods of this game. There's been 4. There'll be 2 more periods. I think they're just going to show, like, they're just going to play like the younger guys. Score is currently 93-93. I've got some things that I've got to do, so I'm going to end the stream there for now. Thank you for watching the stream. I really do appreciate the support. We will be trying to do a stream every single week, at least 1, maybe 2. So we'll be doing 1 next week. I may even do the Swans game next week. I don't usually like to watch the Swans games on stream because I'm very tense, but considering it's only a match simulation, it's not, well, sorry, it's a pre-season game. I'll be invested, but not too much. So we'll see if that pans out. New video will be out on Monday. It's just a trailer for the new season, so it's made by me, so it'll be a little bit different. But hopefully you guys will watch it, see if you guys enjoy it. It's only like a 2-minute trailer, so if you want to watch that, I'd really appreciate it. If you do want to check out, if you see the graphic on screen of those different posters, we are selling them on our BR Designs, our own design company. If you do have the funds, the link is in the chat right now, so if you want to check that out, even just check out the designs, you don't have to buy one. Give us some feedback on how they look, so that's in the description. Podcast that we have is out every Thursday. Be out on Thursday if you want to check that out. We have the new episode up now, so check that out as well. Thank you for watching, listening, and falling in love with me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and here at the Boundary Riders, we will catch you all next